Welcome to Lost Initiative. Obviously, no Edge of Morality-ish. Yeah, no Edge of Morality today because of people traveling and whatnot. And it's kind of just a good day, a good time to take a little bit of a break as, you know, events have transpired within the story that kind of lead to a natural break. But if you are not caught up with Lost Initiative Edge of Morality, I warn you, spoilers with this particular stream for very obvious reasons. So this is your one and only warning. There are spoilers as to what happened in the last week or two of Edge of Morality. Step away now and save yourself and go watch it. All the VODs are live right now. You can absolutely go watch them. Are we good on spoilers? Okay, we're good on spoilers. So Thonk is dead and we're making a new character.
Actually, you're on that map. Why don't you just pan over to our last scene?
Is it somewhere around here? Oh yeah, the bridge.
Down into the east.
Thonk had to kill somebody twice, and another person once, and then he died.
So it's kind of funny. Over on my channel, I do a weekend update for all the different games that I'm a part of, right? And one of the things I talked about was my analysis of your approach to that.
Oh yeah, what was your
combat.
Analysis?
So I want to talk about that before we move past Thonk. So Thonk, he was walking away, and somebody threatened his friends. And Thonk, there's many things you could say about him. Many things.
Yeah.
You could say about him.
I love Thonk, though.
But he's loyal. Okay, he's loyal to his friends, and he always has been. He's always been good to them, right? So he turned back and was like, "Fuck this noise! I'm going to protect my friends, and I'm going to take care of the situation." And he does, and he kills one of the people. And then clearly one of the other characters immediately pulled out diamond dust or whatever and was about to shove it in some dude's like eyeballs and bring him back to life. And instead they're like, "Mom!" and save the mom, and then brought her back to life. Clearly there's no more material components left. What Thonk chose to do was spike kill that mom on the ground with his like pick, spike kill the mom, and then just, you know, get knifed and die. I honestly didn't expect that. I honestly thought Thonk would like look down at the now recently resurrected person who literally said their life flashed with their eyes because they fucking died and be like, "You just threatened my friends. Come after us again, and next time I won't be as merciful." And like walk away and like actually like survive and walk away. And I was like, when you did that, I was like, oh, like it wasn't going to be that easy. You would have to roll and it'd be like, you know, stuff involved. It wasn't going to be that easy. So I was like, he went like, no, I'm going to make sure they never want to hunt my friends again, as opposed to I'm going to threaten them and hope they never come after us again.
Right.
And so it surprised me that you went that path. I don't know. So can you tell me why? I want to hear your like why.
So like I said, I think I talked about it maybe at the end of, I think we talked about it off camera, maybe after the end of last episode. So basically the idea for me was like Thonk walked away from the Obald encounter, very changed on the inside. He's a very subtle character with certain aspects. He's not subtle in a lot of other ways, obviously. But the thing that he felt after walking away from Obald was that everything he does for his church, he does because he's devoted to the faith. But if there's one group of people who have never, you know, purposefully steered him wrong or abandoned him no matter what he did, it was his friends. And the whole Obald quest showed that no matter how hard he can work towards something, shit can blow up in his face anyway, but he'll always turn around and know that Otto and Grommen and Rye are always there as like a reliable source. So the idea from there on, if Thonk had survived, was to show this kind of turning point where his loyalty to his friends even goes higher than what it once was, and that his devotion to them was going to be more intense, I guess, in ensuring their safety. And Thonk was walking away from that, walking to them already like simmering this boiling rage inside because he's so pissed of what happened in the Obald encounter. That after he did that combat and he heard them threaten his friends, to him, he wasn't going to walk away from that. He was going to kill them or he was going to die trying, because they threatened the one thing that has always been there for him, and he wasn't going to let that happen. If that meant he died, as long as Thonk died, they were not going to go after his friends. What point do they, what choice do they have? Like, why go after his friends if Thonk is dead? So if Thonk can kill this person, see this person freak out over their mom dying, kill the mother a second time before killing that person as well, and he dies in the process, not only does he know he caused an incredible amount of pain, turmoil, and chaos amongst this party that tried to kill him, but now they're not going to chase his friends either.
Yeah. So it was just that final blow. Like I'm pretty fucking positive this is gonna like my life put to the side. I'm solving that, but at the same time, I'm also delivering a pretty hearty blow in the name of Grumsh to this elf who happens to worship dwarven pantheon, which is weird.
And the dwarf the dwarf paladin twice.
Yep, dwarf paladin once. The dwarven stone sorcerer twice. It's actually kind of funny that the dwarven barbarian that was actually a super religious character too, and actually had the it's called like a holy avenger or holy rager. Did you see that UA that Unearthed Arcana? Or no?
I did not. I don't think.
It's more or less an archetype like Maggie's totem. There was the berserker, blah blah blah. It was one that just makes them like, I love Jesus, and they rage that way.
Yeah.
So, but anyways. So cool. Thank you for the explanation as to why Thonk made the decisions he did. Yeah, the insight behind it. Because you and I haven't talked about it. You know what I mean, I know a lot of people said there have been a lot of people who have been like, Mathas just threw away Thonk because he was bored. I was far from bored with Thonk. Oh God, no.
I adored Thonk, and I would have played him until 20 and beyond if he lived. I have a hard time. It's just I guess you'd call it a flaw as a player of mine, but metagaming is very difficult for me. And if I think this is what Thonk would do, to step away from that decision, knowing that I think that's what Thonk would do, is very hard for me to do. To the point where I've gotten into arguments with friends before because I did dumb things that I'm like...
Don't worry. Erin has spent so much time gaming with you in the past. She's picked up a couple of your habits. I could tell you those stories some other time, but oh man, she's picked up some of your habits, Mike. All right, moving on. So I already set up a character sheet for you. So if you click on the tab there, you'll see the character sheet that I've set up for you off to the side, and you can grab that and we can start building this new character. I know we haven't, not Thonk.
Yeah.
So we can start building this new character, the concept. So you and I already know what you want them to be.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
What do you want to offer to begin?
So I know a lot of people are also viewers are concerned, like with the Thonk going away. Like, are you gonna play a good guy? Because
are you playing Kobold named Mobold?
No,
hell no. Chat's asking. Are you playing a Kobold named Mobold?
I'm not playing Kobold
named
Mobold. It's not happening.
Are you sure?
Sure? If there are any longtime Mathas fans or viewers, about a year ago, maybe 2 now,
2 years ago,
you would have seen my secret project that I talked about as an animation for a show.
My secret project that I announced everywhere on the internet. And
it was a secret project for a while. So there was a project called Weavers, which is based on this character named Ander, who, through no fault of his own, can see the future. It's a gift of his, and it causes him and people a bunch of problems. That character was based on a D&D concept named Ander, who was pretty much a straight diviner through and through, who was a halfling alcoholic who has visions without wanting to, and they're typically pretty rough. And for a long time, he tries to escape those visions by drinking and just being a depressed drunk.
Do you still have that video? I mean,
yeah, it's on my channel.
The voice acting was...
Yeah, I still have that video. It's on my channel.
But I loved that video.
Well, the voice acting was what happens when you spend your entire budget on the art.
No, I remember why. I remember being like, I remember specifically being like, this is great.
I very recently got full rights back to that product and that video to me personally. So if I wanted to, I could shop it around again to animation.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that'd be amazing. I loved that character. I love that concept. And I know you and I even chatted once before very recently about maybe doing something like that in the future, but that's
I loved that. I loved that city. I loved that world. That
everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
But basically while that world is a futuristic world with a lot of different rules in place for seers and weavers,
it was based off
Ander, who is the character I plan on playing now.
Fun fact, I still have him in my old Obsidian portal that's locked out.
Oh, you should just grab that.
You might still have access to that. I don't know if you do. I'll open mine up.
If people who are asking, you can search Weavers Mathas Games and it should come up. It should pop up.
You can check it out if we go on break or after the stream. Definitely go check that out. Yeah. It is fucking amazing.
I love that world. So, I wrote I think 1,000 years, bullet pointed 1,000 years of history or something like that for that world that I still have with the wars and whatnot that went on.
As a level 5 character, I have him right here.
Which is 1 level lower.
Yeah.
than what we need to do.
So we're going to just like straight copy paste over this character.
Well,
No, you're not going to do that.
I'm assuming some of it will move over, but not all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Ander is a halfling. He's not as happy-go-lucky as the Ander in the show, but he's a halfling drunk who's
send you the link.
Probably early 30s, I think, or something like that. And he's not evil. I'm not playing an evil character, but he is far from good. He's very selfish. He's
on this character
selfish.
sheet, he's labeled as neutral good, but there was a reason for it. For this,
yes, for that campaign and that world that we were playing. But no, this one's gonna be he's very selfish. So true neutral, I'm leaning towards. I know selfish is technically, I think, considered like neutral evil. But he's not
selfish. No, any alignment can be selfish, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Any alignment can be selfish. That you can't put a
sorry,
a
you are
like
not authorized to view that page.
So. Oh, you're not a player of that anymore? Well, no, yeah, you are. MATHAS Games
I'm not
is still
logged in, maybe.
Oh, you might have to just log in to view it. I was gonna say because Spike Rose Red is still in there and Hold Your Colors.
I just don't know if I'm signed in.
Into Obsidian Portal, just log in with your press log in with Gmail.
I am logged in now. It says MATHAS Games, but I'm still not eligible to see that.
You should be able to. I mean, I will go into I can't. I can kick you from the game and re-invite you.
Oh, it opened the second time.
There you go.
So yeah. So here he is, his original build. Background Sage, Neutral Good, Wizard, Diviner, Halfling, level 5. He had a high con. That's interesting. Probably because he was drinking all the time, I guess.
Mm-hmm. It was also just the way that you had spent your points, and I think because the type of Halfling you were playing just got +1 con.
How long will today go for? Until we're done making the character. It won't be like a 4-hour stream. There's no way. But I expect a couple hours probably. Yeah, because we went Halfling Lucky because the way we were working Lucky for me was like Diviner. Like he could see like the outcomes and he had a minor ability to change it.
Yeah.
That's what Lucky was.
Yeah, that's how you describe it. So, but I don't think we're going Halfling for this concept. I think we're doing something a little different. So why don't we start, because this is the base idea. And we're kind of like reimagining this because this is not the same character, not the same world, not the same everything.
Right.
So with this reimagination, why don't we start from the beginning? We know your concept. Your concept is you want to be a diviner, a seer, or whatever the fuck it is, that has the ability to just to describe the information. If you stay in one location for too long, you start to see bad things happening around you to the people around you. They don't have to be close to you in like significance. They have to be close to you in proximity. So if you're in a city, the people that are around you in the city, you start to see terrible things happening to them because there's so many of them. You see so many terrible things, which is fucking horrifying to an individual. So his whole lifestyle was he was very nomadic. I would move from location to location to location, and I was often drunk because when I drank, at least I could pass out and not remember the dreams that I had when I woke up in the morning. Correct. It wasn't because you drank because you like to have a fun time and you were partying. It was I drank to drown out the memories of what happened throughout the course of the night, or hopefully have no dreams at all because it was just such a stupor. So that was like the idea. Did your being around them actually lead to a greater chance of bad things happening? You don't know. It was just kind of Final Destination-esque, but not necessarily that you would bad things happen because you were there. It's just bad things you would see happening.
Yeah.
We never got that far to explore into that. We'll worry about that in this campaign, right? So that basic concept. Do you have a background that you think is best suited? And there's an updated background that you can use. I sent you a link to a whole bunch of tabs. One of them is the backgrounds. It has all of them from the books now. Originally, he was done with Sage, and I believe you went with Sage because it made sense mechanically.
Sage skills, Arcana, History, and Languages +2. Which
is very useful. But and the feature Researcher was really nice because the whole idea is instead of researching things, you would just kind of like see them. And that was kind of like how it worked. It wasn't that you would research. It was just you could kind of like foresee things with your divinity. And I think that's kind of like what we meant to use that for mechanically when we did it for before.
With Haunted One, you were haunted by something so terrible that you dare not speak of it. You've tried to bury it and flee from it, but to no avail. This thing that haunts you can't be slain with a sword or banished with a spell, It might come to you as a shadow of the wall, blah, 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 blah. Dreams, recurring nightmares. Skill proficiency. Choose two among Arcana, Investigation, Religion, and Survival.
Super useful.
Languages.
One exotic language, super useful.
Yeah. Equipment, a Monster Hunter's pack.
The trinket is wicked useful. Monster Hunter's pack, that's fucking weird. Just no.
Yeah, I probably
just take the extra gold. Let's see, but here it is: Heart of Darkness. Those who look into your eyes can see that you have faced unimaginable horror, and that you are no stranger to darkness. Though they might fear you, commoners will extend you every courtesy and do their utmost to help you. Unless you have shown yourself to be a danger to them, they will even take up arms to fight alongside you should you find yourself facing an enemy alone. So the whole idea is like they kind of like see that you've been through. It's almost like a combination of fear, awe, and pity.
Yeah.
Is how people will react to you.
Which
so this is cool.
In my mind, the way Ander looks is like downtrodden, beaten down by his own emotions, drinking. Just doesn't look like a healthy individual.
Yeah. Well, and that, I mean, so again, and then just that whole 1,000-yard stare or whatever. And I believe that is very similar to an old ability that I used to fucking love. And it was folk hero. And the whole idea of folk hero was the whole rustic hospitality. People will go out of their way to aid you. To me, folk hero is always, I always imagined it as that scene with, what's the name of that really short douchebag Hollywood actor that's Mission Impossible and all that? So Jack Reacher.
Tom Cruise.
So Jack Reacher was the name of the movie. So in that movie, Jack Reacher, where he like walks up to the bus stop and the dude just gives him a hat and he puts it on, the cops drive by. You see that movie?
Yep, I remember that.
So like that's like a perfect example of rustic hospitality in action. So it's kind of like an idea of that, but without you being a hero by any stretch of the imagination. So I like that one. Any other backgrounds jump out at you?
Let me take a look. Also, by the way, there's like I have to have a harrowing event have happened to me, but I'm can just make
your harrowing event is literally.
I was like, it just make my own, right?
Your birth.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's see. That one just jumped down because like the name fit.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Inquisitor, no.
So there's also like there's the hermit one. I mean, hermit I think is an extension of sage.
I'm not a hermit, you know. I'm a nomad. There's difference. Hermit is like somebody who holds up alone in a cave and like lives there by himself.
Should you read Frank's comment? Thonk's death was the harrowing event.
Like he saw, like for some reason he was dreaming of Thonk's death.
Yeah.
He wakes up with a weird burn on his chest, and all of a sudden he's a half orc. He's possessed by the ghost of an angry half orc. That'd be hilarious. Water Davian,
No.
Urchin, no, that doesn't make any sense.
I'm gonna check an investigator in a second.
Tickle Belly Nomad, excuse me? Let's take a look at what Tickle. You were born into a nomadic tribe that called the Tickleberry Hills home. Okay.
Is that a legit one or is that like a made up one?
No, I don't know if it's legit, but it's in the list.
It's from Strahd. It's from Strahd.
So is Haunted One. The Haunted One is from Strahd as well.
Yeah. The Tickle Belly one didn't sound familiar to me.
What character are we genning for? If you missed week 32 of Edge of Morality, go watch it. That's all. If you have seen it, then you should know why I'm genning a character.
Yeah, what's up, Wishstorm? I think you are behind in the stream by like a bit, if I remember you telling me.
Yeah, this spoilers in this.
This is super spoilers. Should the title be Edge of Morality character gen spoilers?
I will put spoilers in it just in case.
Yeah, let's just scare people away.
Spoilers.
We don't want you to watch the stream, man. Watch us out your experience in enforcing the law and dealing with no. All
right, spoilers have been put up in the title. You good to go?
Thanks. Your screen went all black behind you, and
you've been following the vampire game.
Yeah.
Well, just wait until the next vampire session. I'm so excited for that damn box to open. They have so many different ideas as to what's in it.
Mike, did you know that since I started streaming back in November, that was when I first started doing all this stuff, I've killed 4 PCs. Granted, 2 of them were like in like one-shotty things. Like it's like my old, remember my old pickup game? So it's like a version of that I do now. Mm-hmm. But like I've killed 4 PCs in the past less than a year. Is that weird? Is that like
the thing is, it's weird for you because I know you as a DM, but at the same time, like internet, like entertainment purposes, it's easier to like have a tragic or like a surprise death because it makes for excitement.
I mean, one of them, I suppose I did that just because like it was the more or less it just made sense for the story and everything. But the other three, no, it's legit. Like, whoops. Oh, well, you know.
It happens.
It happens.
You kind of have to be a little bit more ruthless online. I'm not seeing anything in here that's like jumping out at me.
Yeah, I honestly think that the two that are really hitting it was the original one.
Cloistered Scholar, maybe?
Cloistered Scholar is an extension of Sage, and it more or less just means, hey, you can get into Candlekeep a little bit cheaper. You know what I mean?
Right,
like,
yeah.
You know, like,
I think out of the two, Haunted one makes the most sense.
The other one, we had to reflavor it to make sense. Haunted one, like, legit.
Yeah, it just hits perfectly.
Yeah. Oh.
So that's his suggested characteristics.
Oh, Frank, if you count those two one-shot characters, I didn't kill them. Mathas killed both of them.
And they were built to have an encounter with the party at some point. So.
You may have PC'd them, but they were designed to be NPCs in the core game. So you were just an NPC, Frank. You're my NPC. Get in your place.
Yeah, I'm down with Haunted one. I think it makes the most sense for this particular
It really
character.
does. It really does. And
does that mean we're going to have to go into Ravenloft eventually?
No. If we go back to Ravenloft sometime in that, like, unless we do something entirely different, if we rehash Ravenloft, me and you, it's going to be kind of our old game.
Oh yeah.
I'm down.
I'd always be down with that, but I don't know if I could ever do that character on the internet because there's so much history that the internet wouldn't know with that character. Years of it.
That you explain it one step at a time. We play in Faerun. There's literally decades of history from countless novels.
If we picked it back up, I don't want to think about that.
Yeah,
I know how that character. I've always known how I want his character arc to end. I think I've told you a million times.
Yeah, but we'll worry about that later.
Yeah. All right. So, do I need to be rolling any of this stuff? Ideals, bonds, flaws, trinkets.
I mean, you honestly, those things you don't have to roll for them. You can just choose them. They don't even have to be straight off the list. You can make up your own as well. True. So, personality traits you're supposed to choose 2. So, I don't run from evil. Evil runs from me. Like lame. I put no trust in divine beings. I could totally see that being a legit one. But like a personality trait for you is I drink to forget the things that I've seen.
Well, yeah, and number 5, I don't talk about the things that torments me. I'd rather not burden others with my curse. Like it's perfect.
Sure. I mean, throw them on there. Go right ahead.
Yeah.
Let's get. By the way, did you see that your hashtag name is a palindrome?
My hashtag name?
Is it? I said it as a palindrome, didn't I?
What is?
Hold on. Yeah, it's a palindrome.
Oh, you mean on the character sheet?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I didn't notice.
Yeah, it says not thunk. It's a palindrome.
You spelled it differently? Gotcha.
Well, I spelled it thunk in reverse.
Yeah. No, I gotcha. I see it. Good job, Scott.
Yeah, it's sadly, I can't take credit for that. Somebody else came up with it. But
okay. All right.
But either way.
So personality traits. Let me copy paste at least this one. And we will do... I refuse to become a victim, and I will not allow others to be victimized. That's why I run. Done. Clicked on the ad. Let's see. Ideals. I try to help those in need no matter what the cost. Nah. I'll stop the spirits that haunt me or die trying. Nah. I kill monsters to make... No. I have a dark calling that puts me above the law? No. I like to know my enemies capable. No. I'm a monster that destroys other monsters and anything else that gets in my way. Also no. All right, we'll worry about those another time then. Bonds. I keep my thoughts and discoveries in my journal. No. I would sacrifice my life and my soul to protect the innocent. No. My torment drove away the person I love. I strive to win back the love I've lost. Kind of. A terrible guilt consumes me. I hope that I can find redemption through my actions. That also kind of. There's an evil in me. I can feel it. It must never be set free. Also,
you realize you don't have to take these. You can make up your own. Like,
yeah, but it's easier to bond.
I'm gonna introduce you to Dungeons and Dragons, where it's not like a video game. There's a preset options for you to choose from.
Hey, rude.
You can use your imagination.
I'm just saying. I have a child to protect. It's easier to grab from a list sometimes, you know. I think for Bond...
If I had to guess, everybody who's asking, let's say 2 hours. I imagine 2 hours. It could be less than that, but Mike and I are going to bullshit, so...
It happens. I'm gonna roll for the trinket though, because the D100, and I like rolling for D100.
Oh yeah, that's super fun.
I'm gonna say a terrible guilt consumes me, just because he feels guilty for what he thinks possible is his fault. Bond done. Flaws, like a horrible drunk could just be a flaw. I'm a purveyor of doom and gloom who lives in a world without hope. I have an addiction. Done. Alcohol.
There you go.
Booze.
So the way that flaws are supposed to work, and we talked about this a long while ago, it's supposed to be like when you play up your flaw, that's what, like when it becomes a pertinent thing in a session, that's when you're supposed to get inspirations immediately afterwards for you to hold on to until you spend. But you know that in our game, one of the things I do is I just say, you guys have inspiration once a session, just, you know, use it to make a moment epic, just because it's easier that way, because our sessions are so short. So
my D100 roll was an 81. That gives me a broken pendant of a silver dragon that's always cold to the touch.
Frank, can you please ban Brunchin for that comment? Let's just
Dragonborn? Why?
Let's just no.
Well, they exist in 5e, so he's not wrong.
No.
All right.
No. No. Thanks, Frank.
Let's see. Item name. Boom. Done. So I got a broken pendant of a dragon that's always cold to the touch. So that's great. I'm sure that's not demonic in any way. All right, so that's done. Sweet. So I'm going to pick my skill proficiencies right now. Do I get skill proficiencies with Wizard? I'm assuming.
Yeah, of course. Wizard gets 2. It's from a very specific list. I believe I gave you the PDF the wiki link.
You probably did. I have a million links open.
Yeah. That's I actually keep it on. I'm keeping it on 2 different screens, so I can like the primary ones and then the ones over here. But yeah, so the ones that you're going to choose between are, well, which ones did this give you? Just so I can look really quickly.
That's why you
have a list to choose from for both.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So definitely want Arcana Investigation, I imagine.
Arcana Investigation makes sense.
Over on the other side, it's Arcana, History, Insight, Investigation, Medicine, Religion. I imagine Insight is an important one.
Yep. And what was the other ones? Hit me again.
Arcana, History. Yep. There you go. So History, Insight, Arcana, and Investigation.
Yep.
Those are the big ones.
Cool. An exotic language.
Randomly see a porn tab.
Whoops.
It's not random. It's not random.
Let's see. What would make the most sense for an exotic language, though? Like...
okay, so of the options they have over there, I mean, there's Abyssal, Celestial, and Infernal. We know what those are. Primordial is the 5e excuse, sad excuse for there should be 4 of these, not 1.
Oh. Okay.
Deep Speech is an interesting one.
Is that the under... what do you call it?
The Undercommon is Undercommon.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah, Undercommon is there as well. Deep Speech is something a little different. I don't know. I feel like I want to say, so Abyssal is chaotic evil and Infernal is lawful evil. And you know what? Fuck it. I think that maybe the language that you speak that's abnormal should be Celestial. Because the dreams that torment you shouldn't necessarily come from an evil force. You have a gift. And the fact that you see it as more of a curse than a gift is, well, your own fucking problem. But you genuinely have a gift.
Okay.
So I'm kind of thinking Celestial.
Sure. We'll throw that under languages, which is where again? 2nd page? 3rd page? 1st page? Where are the balls' languages?
The what?
Balls? Languages? Where's languages? Where do I put languages? Other proficiency in languages. There we go. Celestial.
Yeah. You're saying balls.
Yes, that is correct.
Where are the balls as languages? I'm stuck on balls. Like,
it's not my problem. Sorry, I'm putting up the alert box. I forgot to do that.
How dare you?
Cool.
Of course. Yes, Daddy, yes.
That's how it works.
All right, so we have background, and we have concept, right? So now why don't we talk about race before we get into class? Why don't we get a little racist here?
Okay.
You and I had a few conversations about
Yep.
racial options.
Mhm.
Oh, actually, did I ever send you that link? That was a wicked cool link that somebody else had come up with. I wish it was me. And I am not seeing it right now. It's probably somewhere in my drive. I'll find it. It's a cool link, though. Again, not me. I can't take credit. I don't even know who came up with it. So I'll see if I can find it in a second. But where are you? Here we are. Get shareable link, and I'm going to paste this over into your Skype.
Sure.
Hopefully this isn't porn.
Fingers crossed, because it just is going to open up.
Yep. Oh, okay,
All right, got it.
All right, so this is a really cool link that I'd found forever ago. That literally just compares no other feature, just ability scores for all the 5e official races made by Wizards of the Coast. Okay. And this includes the weird ass shit like
Aetherborn.
Yeah, like Aetherborn, which you know what that is, right?
Wind, whatever.
But you know that's from. It's Magic the Gathering.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah, so because Wizards made Magic the Gathering 5e stuff.
Oh, did they?
So I use this as a base when I'm trying to be like, what is an absolutely horrible idea? Okay, let me just nix that out. Dragonborn is always a horrible idea. So and I just nix that out, and then we move on.
But why do you hate Dragonborn so much?
Oh, who cares? Do you really care?
Yeah, I'm curious. Well, I don't remember why you hate Dragonborn.
Same reason why I don't like 4E and 5E. What are they called? Tieflings. It's because they're too obvious. Because like legit, you did not get hunted down and murdered when you were like a month old.
Well, it sounds like the world is more accepting now in 5e.
No, it's not. No. No, it was just 4th edition wanted to make something that was more funsy looking and, oh, look, you can have a different looking race and have fun with it. We're making sales. And 5e was like, well, I made sales, so let's just keep doing that. And I'm just like, it's not a realistic, like what about being a tiefling that didn't have huge horns and a beard made out of bones and red skin and a tail? What if I just wanted to be somebody with like snake eyes and a funny smell of sulfur to me? Oh, well, 2 books later, we released something where you can kind of do that, but you should still be pretty obvious. I was like, no thanks. And Dragonborn are the same exact example, except they don't even work in a lot of, like if you want to play an Eberron, you're trying to be a Dragonborn? Nope, ask Val. She'll tell you all about it. Nope, not happening. So.
Can I be a troll?
I mean, you kind of are.
Hey-o.
So the one that we were kind of discussing recently, and mechanically and story-wise, it works really, really well, is Gnome. I liked the idea of you being a gnome, and I believe I was leaning you towards Forest Gnome. Excuse me. So I actually generally prefer rock gnomes. Like for me as a PC or a DM of a game, I prefer rock gnomes. But for you, I really like the idea of forest gnomes because rock gnomes tend to be the ones that like live in hills or sometimes mountainous regions. They're tinkerers. They're like, if you look at the mechanics of 3.5, they were kind of like half dwarves. You know what I mean? Do you remember how I used to always say, oh, gnomes are just half dwarf and half halfling?
Yeah.
Nobody wants to admit it. Mechanically, that's kind of how they worked out. In 5th edition, so that aside, forest gnomes are kind of like the short elves. You know what I mean? They're like the very fae-like peoples. They tend to be very happy, upbeat. They like their music. They like their wine. They like their fine clothing. They tend to live in forests. They tend to be very kind, right? So I like the idea of you playing a forest gnome because you were very much leaning towards halfling, and I didn't like the idea of introducing 2 characters into the game, 2 halfling drunkard characters that had the lucky feet. I was like, so I introduced gnomes so you could have a very similar concept, except it's even more depressing seeing a forest gnome that's kind of gone down the path that Ander has than it would be if just a halfling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on this because I suggested 3 other races too, and this is the one that I like shipped hard. So
I know you did. I was initially against gnome because I just don't like the idea of gnomes. Gnomes annoy me. But because I'll be taking control of it, it will not be an annoying gnome. Yeah, I mean, I'm mostly fine with that. We also had what, half elf and human were the other two like that we were thinking about, and I play half elves all the time, so I'm like, I'd rather not, just because I play them constantly.
You do, and also I think the first time you play a half elf, it's going to be a fun thing for everyone. And I kind of like half elf. I would suggest, but I kind of want to hold that one close to the chest until we have an opportunity for Mathas to play a half elf. You know what I mean?
Half elves are my go-to race. I love half elves. They're super fun.
It's funny because even back in the days of 3.5, we're always like, half elves suck.
They do.
They're like the best race. Why do they mechanically suck? And I think we used to give them like, fuck it, +2 charisma or something like that, and just like called it a day. Like, now you suck less. Go have a good day. So, but I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm down. I'm down with gnome. I'm down with forest gnome. A depressed forest gnome.
Well, the other suggestion, the other ones we were talking
variant
about,
human.
Was variant human because it gives you the lucky feat immediately, and then gives you access to another feat if you wanted to grab it. And then so it was forest gnome, variant human, half elf, and what was the other one that we discussed? Do you remember?
Don't. Variant human gnome. We could go back in the chat.
No, you don't have to go searching. I think it was text message.
Might have been.
I was on vacation in Maine when we were talking. I
you
think
want
elf?
T pureblood?
Yeah, well, I mean that certainly could be a thing, but I think then I would have a half orc, a UNT pureblood, and a tiefling in the same party, and Otto's just like, I'm accepting of all peoples.
That's edge of morality right there.
Oh no, that's just edge of believability right there. So you want to see a half orc and tiefling walk into a town. The town gets pitchforks and torches and chases.
And luckily,
them out,
they're all non-heroic, and we just murder them all.
The party turns out murdering the town, and now the party's evil.
Oh shit! Werelion.
The whole campaign.
Werelion's on here.
No.
Oh, damn it. What about Vedalken?
Actually, I actually looked at that because that's like I think those are the plant ones.
Oh god.
From one of them, but no. There's actually I'm not even joking. I was looking at the half vampire, whatever it was that's on there.
There's a half vampire.
Yeah, the right underneath Vendelkin and Werelion.
Oh my
it's
god.
Like it's Zendikar.
Oh, that's from Magic the Gathering. That's why.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, I don't know. I kind of like that. Like, it's really cool. But no. All right, so yeah, I think
Edge of Monstrosity.
Oh,
there you go.
Funny. Who said that?
Me.
Oh, okay. Well, Thanks.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I think Elf was the other one we were talking about.
Might have been.
Elf. Yeah. Because like Genocide, I wouldn't want to do because once again, it's another fucking monstrous race. And yeah, Elf. I mean, you totally easily could have joined the party as an elf coming out of Silvery Moon. Like, hey guys, I just live here.
Yeah, I just live here and I'm bored. I want to leave. Show me adventure.
Show me adventure. I have a really long life to live, so I've seen some horrors for like a couple of centuries. Goblin would be pretty cool. But again, I'm trying to stay away from the monstrous races.
I personally could never play a goblin.
You could play a hobgoblin. Hobgoblins also get +1 to intelligence, which is
but
really
like me personally, mentally trying to play like a hobgoblin would drive me insane. I'm like,
hobgoblins?
I'm just gonna like just murder me. I exist to be killed. Please, just
kill
me.
Hobgoblins?
Yeah,
hobgoblins have a rich culture. Like they're
monstrous.
Really cool, yes, they are, but maybe it's because I'm too like Eberron's my favorite pre-gen world, and they're like so core to Eberron. Maybe that's why I feel differently.
Maybe.
So,
yeah, well, I mean, yeah, it's different in Eberron, obviously. All right, I'm gonna say we'll go Forest Gnome. Let's not dwell on the race too much. Do Forest Gnomes have the luck feat or no? No. So maybe I want Variant Human instead.
No, you're above 4th level. Who gives a shit?
I don't know. Why does it matter?
Because at 4th level, you're going to sacrifice your ability scores to get the lucky feat.
Oh, okay, gotcha. All right, cool. Well, we'll go.
Aaron, I haven't even seen that UA yet. Gith.
What's a Gith?
Gith like Githyanki, Githzerai.
Oh, gotcha. All right.
Yeah.
Forest.
Taller than halflings.
No.
Transformed. Taller than halflings. Halflings tend to be like high 2s, low 3s. Gnomes tend to be mid 3s in the foot range. If you're talking centimeters, you're on your own.
Okay. All right, what's next? Skill points, ability points, rather.
Yep. So I gave you the link to do that one, and we're gonna work through it together.
Let's do that. So how many points do I have to spend? 27?
It says it right on there. 27 is preset for you. It does the math for you as you go.
No.
Obviously, intelligence is going to be your primary.
Yeah,
so you can just bring your intelligence straight to a 14, and if you can later on a 15.
I'm gonna bring everything up to a base 10 just to start.
I think your original concept had a low strength. I'm looking at it right now. You had a strength of 8 for your original concept and a wisdom of 9.
I mean, the strength of 8 makes sense because he's not a melee fighter in any stretch. He had a pretty decent con. I'm gonna bump that up. Wisdom of 9. I don't know if that's a good idea or not, though.
Really? Oh, why?
I don't know. Well, wisdom's useful, first of all. I have a couple. I mean, I have insight, which is based on wisdom. So if I have good insight, then I should have decent.
Well,
wisdom.
keep that at 10. Drop strength to an 8.
I did,
and then you still have 12 points to run with if your intelligence is at a 14. And let's kind of see where things go. So your free point is going to be in dexterity. You should probably have that at a decent. You go drunken master here. Have that like a decent like 14 or so.
Yeah.
So you bring it up to 13. It does the rest for you.
I did it already.
Charisma. Didn't you want like a 12 charisma? Wasn't that like a thing?
Yeah, probably decent talker.
Yeah, it's one of those things where like you don't. It's like I don't usually speak, but when I do.
Thinking if we bring this up to well, if we brought down wisdom down to a 9, still can't bring that up any further.
Which one, intelligence?
Yeah, seeing if I could bump it to an 18.
It caps at 15. For,
it does. Okay.
Yeah. For the only way you can bring it up is if you grabbed a feat that gave you a +1 to intelligence as well as blah blah blah, or if you did like you couldn't have lucky.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
Well, I might put it up to a 15, a 14. Well, it doesn't really matter, but I'd be 1 point away from the next bonus. What if we go like that? Okay. Oh, you can't see it.
No, I'm looking now. Just catching up for me. So in charisma 14, that's a really high charisma. It's higher than I would have expected. I honestly would expect you to have con at 14 because your original concept had a 16 con instead of charisma 14.
I was thinking about bumping up my con, but like if I'm gonna be in the back lines, it doesn't matter that much.
Because you're your liver.
Yeah. No, I know, but I mean, I'm already at a 12. What is give me your thoughts as the DM here?
You do you, but my suggestion is I like the idea of the intelligence being as high as possible, not going for that max mini kind of, oh, let me get to 16 and not going any higher, because your character is supposed to come off as wicked smart. I actually like the idea of this character not having an average wisdom. I like him either going low. He makes the unwise decision of drinking all the time, and so he's kind of a douche to people because he doesn't know when to bite his tongue. But when he does actually speak, it carries weight, which is why he has the higher charisma. Or going higher wisdom. Yeah, he may drink to quiet his thoughts, like to sort of quiet everything around him. But he's very introspective, and so he's like very cognizant of all of his facets. You know what I'm saying? So I see him as being higher wisdom or lower wisdom. I really don't see him as being average.
What if we do
this me
like that, and then we do? I could bump his con up to a 13, bump his wisdom down.
I'm trying to see because I'm seeing it at delay.
I'm just debating right now. That's why.
Well, you are a master debater.
What if we do that? Okay, so what if I bring my wisdom down by 1 and my charisma down by 1, but I put my con up by 2? So it's after the bonuses and everything, strength of 8, dex of 14, con of 14, intelligence of 17, wisdom of 9, charisma of 13. A lot of skills are a lot of abilities are on the verge of the next bonus. If I ever invest.
I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad. And you don't have to go down to the 8 wisdom. You don't have to drop it that low.
Right. Scott would never allow Mystic. How little you know.
So let's see. The God. Sorry, just give me a second. I'm like struggling here. It's because I'm sitting here looking at, like, I see that. Oh God. It's just the min-maxer instinct of me. Like, I always want my PCs to feel super successful. I'm like, drop intelligence. I want to increase charisma by 1. Make it happen. It feels better. Like, I don't care about my own characters, but like, I really want my PCs to always feel powerful.
Right.
No, this is good. You have a lot of odd numbers, which is very unusual when you're doing point buy. Usually the goal is to be even.
Yeah, but everything being on the verge of like one little magic item could push me over. You know what I mean? Like, in pump my intelligence to an 18.
It's funny you say that, but that's almost like a fucking trinket level magic item. You know, magic items that modify your ability. You could literally, for the value of like less than 5,000 gold, find a magic item that brings your strength straight to 19.
What? Really?
It's not 3.5, buddy. It's fucking thing second edition. It's Gauntlets of Ogre Power. Set your strength.
Nice.
They don't increase it by. Boop, they set it.
That's interesting.
You know. Yeah, so we could put a headband of intelligence on Grommen and make Grommen go from a 7 to a 19, just that's like
crazy, and
make Grommen wicked smart, and that'd be just frightening.
It would be funny as hell.
Imagine Maggie's intelligence almost tripling.
That's
almost
scary.
Tripling, like. All right, moving on. Yeah, I like it where it stands. Mechanically, it's not smart, but
why? Elaborate.
Because mechanically you're working with the odds, and so you're giving yourself like an unfair disadvantage.
True, but I can't buy my intelligence any higher.
But I like the idea of, again, minor magic items that do things like +1s here and there and whatnot, or blah blah blah. So yeah, go. Why don't we go with that?
Can always be changed.
Yeah.
All right, let's start slapping in the numbers.
I can always have you fight a wraith that does permanent damage.
Great. Thanks.
Cool. Or an Alep.
Just bring the Yeti back. He's probably developed some magical abilities since the last time he showed up.
Last time it was a dart, okay? It was a plot dart.
Wait.
Man.
14, 14, 17. That's supposed to be a 14. 14. 17. Wisdom's a 9. Charisma's a 13. Okay. Done. Sweet. So that's done. I'll leave that open just in case.
Mm-hmm.
So what do we want to tackle next?
All right, so we have background, concept, and race. Next is class.
Yeah.
Oh, feat. You might as well just grab your feat and grab Lucky and throw it straight on there, because you know at 4th level, because you're already above level 4, you're not going to do an ability score increase. Which, with this setup that you have right here, one would just assume you're going to go +1 intelligence, +1 charisma, and grab a 14, 18. Or you would grab a feat that gives you other nifty abilities and a +1 intelligence. But no, not you. You're not that wise.
Okay, Lucky. There we go. Done.
Okay.
Class.
Okay, so your original concept, if you want to click back over that thing, your original concept is you were a diviner wizard. And the reason being, when you mix this with the Lucky feat and with the halfling ability to constantly reroll natural 1s on attack rolls, saving throws, and I think that's it, attack rolls and saving throws, not constantly, but, you know, the first time you roll a 1, you reroll, blah, 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 just, you know, whatever. You know what I mean? So, when you combine the 3 features together, the portents of a diviner wizard, which in case you don't know, every morning he gets to roll 2d20 and he marks that number down. Here, let me give an example. Where is my roll 20? I'm just going to come over here really quickly and type roll 2d20. And we will see that I rolled, I can't even see it right now.
7 and a 6.
A 7 and a 6. So what is a 7 and a 6? He gets to hold on to those numbers. Thank you. He gets to hold on to those numbers for the rest of the day. At some point in time, if somebody makes an attack roll against him, or if he makes an attack roll against, no, actually those attack rolls don't have to be just against you. If anybody makes any saving throw, attack roll, skill check, whatever it is that's around him, to the best of my memory, he can just replace that number with a 6 or a 7. So let's say he happens to be casting a saving throw spell on somebody. You roll the 6, buddy, fuck off.
Right.
You're probably going to fail against my DC 14. Or let's say somebody I don't know, attacks Maggie and he does the same thing to them. Or better yet, let's say Maggie rolls a natural 1 on attack roll against somebody. And he's like, oh shit. He replaces that with the 7. And now Maggie rolled a 7 plus I'm Maggie. So she hits anyways. And does damage instead of rolling that natural 1. So it gives him the ability to literally alter things. Mix that with the lucky feat, he can cause bad guys to reroll or cause reroll against him or cause his rolls against other things to reroll. It turns disadvantage into super advantage because of the wording of the rule. All those things combined with the halfling ability, it made him feel like he can manipulate time and whatnot.
Like he's always getting like little flashes of the future for flavor, just because of what he is. He's always getting like brief flashes of the future, and he'll shout something out to be like duck or whatever, that kind of thing.
So we're losing the halfling feature, but you still getting the other 2 more powerful features, right? So yeah, because the halfling feature only came into place 5% of the time each time you rolled. Moving on.
So that, we were talking about like initial build.
So you're a diviner, yeah. And so wizard, which is based off intelligence, right? With super high intelligence, and everything. But the whole idea is like we were talking about. It was one of those like, what if we did something a little bit different? What if he was more than just like, oh, you have this innate ability, and so a wizard found you and trained you, and blah 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 blah. I was like, how could we best represent that innate ability? And so, much to I suppose my own surprise, I had messaged you suggesting that you look up.
What? Mystic.
Thank you, Mike. You look up Mystic. And so we actually looked over Mystic, and I actually spent a considerable amount of time reading it. Correct. And I talked about it openly, like, oh, wow, I had apparently looked at this class a little bit wrong. I never looked at it wrong. Mystic is fucking broken and crazy overpowered if you focus on combat. If you don't focus on combat, it has a whole bunch of really interesting abilities that aren't that broken and a little fun to play. So
the reason, so I did look over Mystic as well, and I thought it's a really neat class. If I was going, like you said, combat, it's a little broken, like you said.
It's more than a little broken. It's fucking retarded.
But for me, the reason I was kind of put off on it is because Anders' initial concept wasn't self-focused, it was party-focused. But a lot of Mystic is focused on him, like on the character itself being like buffed or manipulating things in his favor as opposed to helping manipulate the battlefield in the party's favor, if that makes sense. What were your thoughts on that when I told you that, Scott? Because I don't think we talked too much about it afterward.
So, yeah. The whole idea was that you wanted things that buff benefit.
Basically, it's supposed to, the idea of him is manipulate the battlefield as opposed to manipulating himself.
Not so much yourself. Well, why don't we look through the Mystic abilities that we were kind of I don't have that napkin I was writing on while driving to Maine. Well, I wasn't driving. I was in the passenger seat.
Somebody said, feel like Mystic can do way too many things. It's trying to be every class all at once.
It can be if you allow it to be broken. And so let everybody know that when we discussed being Mystic, the whole idea is Mathas is going to play 20th level Mystic. The idea is that he's going to go 4 levels of Mystic, more or less what he was innately born with and what he's suffered through, blah, blah, blah. And then a wizard found him and trained him the rest of the way. And now he's 2nd level diviner, giving him the portents ability and kind of moving forward from there. So it's either going to be 6th level diviner or 4 and 2, right? And they're both based off intelligence, so we're good to go there. All right, let's move forward. Oh, that's funny because we have to change.
Mathas is the farthest thing from a min-maxer. You are 110% correct.
That is actually insanely true. You have no friggin' clue. Mathas does not do that at all.
Characters because I prefer story over their stats.
Other PCs get mad at how useless his characters are because the very few times that he makes useful characters, the problem is he's useful with them in the wrong way, and the party suffers.
But in the way that I want them to be.
Aaron, if you'd like to just blow up chat right now and tell a story, you go right ahead. Moving on. So
blow up chat or blow up her family?
Maybe don't. All right, moving on. So Mystic quirks. Oh God. You never wear footwear because you're
okay. What page are you on right now?
1.
Okay, I'm scrolling back up.
2.
Okay,
2.
I'm scrolling down to 2.
I'm just looking at one of the things about Mystic that make me go, I hate it. You never answer to any name but your own. Okay.
God, you know You know what?
That's quirky.
See, Erin said she enjoyed Andvari, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, she's saying that because currently she's playing a character that is Andvari +3.
Well, let's be honest. Erin's character and mine, towards the end, had a weird bond with one another, where like she felt like she was like my guardian in a lot of ways, like my dad or my mom, rather.
I think you died twice in front of her and had to like. One time you became smoke and got reformed and shit.
Yeah,
I don't know. It was weird. One time you thought you died, but you didn't. But moving on.
Dude, remember?
You consume only water and raw vegetables. You're on one of those like new age diets.
Let's screw this. Let's make a true name magic character.
But it doesn't exist.
Oh, not in 5e, only in 3.5.
No. Yeah. I mean, if we like completely said, if we completely said, fuck this game, Thunk died. Let's just redo everything in Pathfinder or 3.5.
Oh yeah. No.
Sure, yeah. Let's have fun.
True name is also underpowered and broken.
Underpowered,
broken in the bad way. In
a weak way, very very weak way. Like, hey, I have spells. Can I use them? Maybe. Oh. All right, moving on. I refuse to light fires. God, mystic quirks are so terrible.
So you never cut your hair. Well, that's the quirk I would take.
Oh, God. You never consume alcohol. Done.
No.
Roll me a d20. Roll me a d20. I want to see what you roll. I got to see this.
All right, let's see what I would roll as a mystic here. 15.
15. You never consume alcohol. No, I'm just kidding. You never sit on a chair, preferring to stand or sit on the floor, which is funny because you're a gnome, so it's actually not inaccurate. Like,
that's true.
I'm happy standing, thanks. Wait, where's my flask?
Aaron says, true name magic, it's fucking useless. Yeah, I'm stumbling around.
Oh.
So let's not worry about the quirks of a mystic and just worry about the class of mystic and make a decision if that's where we're going or not.
All right, so obviously the primary stat is intelligence. You're good with that. Followed by dexterity or constitution. I made both of them right there. It says choose the hermit background, but fuck that noise. You got another one that's even better. Health points are actually better than that for wizards. So you're going to be a little up higher there. You can actually wear light armor, which is cool. So you can wear some armor. You don't have to worry about casting mage armor or some shit, which is nice. Simple weapons, cool. You know, it's the same. It's a little bit better than a wizard. Did I just break my wine opener? Nope, I didn't. I should put that down before I do. This is still sitting here from when I played Dream Daddy. I just never took it out of my office. So, tools, none. Intelligence, wisdom, cool. You can choose the same skills, equipment, whatever. Who cares? Alternatively, yeah, whatever. All right. So the abilities that you get as a mystic, because you go in level 4, you're gonna get psionics, mystic order, mystic recovery, which I think is the one I fucking hate. Mystic recovery. Telepathy, mystic order feature, ability score improvement, which you chose a feat instead, and strength of the mind, as well as like psi limits and which we already discussed.
Right.
So what is psionics? More or less, you do shit from your brain instead of
it's psychic.
Psionic points. So you have a bunch of abilities that you can do kind of like infinitely, and then you have psionic points you can do to like more or less cast a spell for the abilities.
It's like
that you have.
managing a mana bar.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So you have abilities that are like always accessible to you, and then you have your psionic focus, which more or less, in case you don't know this, Mike, assume that you have. I think at this level you have disciplines. Hold on, let me look. Actually, level 4. It says disciplines 2, but I think you get 2 more immediately. So you have 4 disciplines. Each one of those disciplines is one ability you can always use. On top of that, you can invest your psionic focus into one of those disciplines at a time. When you choose to do so, it unlocks another ability that you can use. What ability that is based off of I remember one of them is like, you don't have to eat, sleep, drink, or pee. Like,
oh boy.
You're just good to go. And you're like, okay, cool. So what if like I get into combat and I want to use another ability? You know what? Use a bonus action. You change over which one you're doing. Now you're doing something else. What about after combat? I really have to pee. You just change it back and you still don't have to pee. Okay, cool. And that's where it gets a little broken, right?
Right.
So we're just going to kind of avoid the broken aspect of it. But you have 4 abilities always there, plus like 4 more that you can choose between based off your focus.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And then you have, out of those 4 like tiers that you chose, you get those core abilities and the backup abilities for. There are higher level ones that you have to spend psionic points. You have to invest psionic points into casting. When you use those psi points, they're gone for the day, similar to casting a spell. So let's just I'm just going to choose a random fucking ability and announce it. Under the brute force, under the immortal discipline, there's a talent or whatever called brute force. Should you invest 2 psi points As a bonus action, you get a +5 bonus to strength checks until the end of your next turn. Boom. Out of your pool of 17 side points,
Yep.
You just lost 2 of them for the rest of the day because you got a +5. Cool. And that's kind of like how that works. And then you have Mystic Order feature. We discussed which order you would do, just so everybody knows if you're familiar with Mystic, or if you have the PDF open, Google 5E UA Mystic, or just UA Mystic. I'm sure you'll find it. The one he's interested in is the Order of the Awakened. The cool thing is the Awakened talent gives you 2 more skills, which, yay, you could be even more useful. And the 3rd level ability that you get is Psionic Investigation. This is kind of like where I creamed my pants and started like furiously typing on my phone at you. So Psionic Investigation. Starting at 3rd level, you can focus your minds to read the psionic imprints left on an object. If you hold an object and concentrate on it for 10 minutes, as if concentrating on a psionic discipline, you learn a few basic facts about it. You get a mental image of the object's point of view, showing the last creature to hold the object in the past 24 hours. Gromit handed it to you. Damn it.
Yeah.
Don't touch anything. Oh, here you go. You also learn of any events that have occurred within 20 feet of the object within the past hour. The events that you perceive unfold from the object's perspective. You see, hear such events as if you were there, but you can't see, use your other senses. Additionally, you can embed an intangible psionic sensor within an object. For the next 24 hours, you can use an action to learn the object's relative location to you, its distance direction, and to look at the object's surroundings from its point of view as if you were there. This perception lasts until the start of your next turn, meaning that every round you can theoretically spend, once you use this feature, you can't use it again until you finish a short or long rest. In my perspective, and I could be, other DMs out there might disagree with me, if you continue to spend that action every round in a continuous chain, I would allow you to continue to see until you stop for one reason or another. Some people might say, whoa, slow your roll. It's 1 round and it's all over. I like the idea of kind of like sitting there and concentrating and seeing through it for that continued period of time. Comprende?
Yep, that I got you.
And then Sonic Surge, you don't have yet. That won't happen for a long fucking time. Level 6, that is cool because it kind of reminds you of the old Wilder ability. All of these things that we discussed and the kind of like the disciplines that I was a fan of, I liked. Oh, telepathy, 120 feet. You can speak to people with your brain powers. Yay. The only ability that I just straight up didn't like is, hold on. Yeah. Starting at 2nd level, it's my mystical recovery. Starting at 2nd level, you can draw vigor from the psionic energies you use to power your psionic disciplines. Immediately after you spend psi points on a psionic discipline, you can take a bonus action to regain hit points equal to the number of psi points you spent. What? So at level 4, your character can just randomly heal up to 17 health points because he spent the bonus action to be able to do so?
There you go.
Fuck
It's
that
like
noise.
it's like he went. It's like he went back in time and missed all those attacks. Actually, missed that hit. Revisionist history.
Yeah, to me, it just like some of these powers require a bonus action to activate. So, okay, you're not going to get it when you activate. Like I just announced a 2-point power that required a bonus action to get a +5 to strength check. Obviously, you can't use it at the same time as that. Okay, there's limitations there. And then you're like, whoa, fuck, I could really, like I just spent 5 points. I can really regain 5 health, which I really need. Or I can use my bonus action to, say, cast shield. Or that's a reaction, but you know what I mean. To cast like another spell or to blah 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
And so it becomes an action economy thing. And actually, I think the max you can do is 3 at one point in time, anyways. Yeah. So what do you think?
Let me go back down to Order of the Awakened. Psionic Investigation.
Order of the Awakened. You immediately start off with 2 additional psionic disciplines. They must be chosen from the Awakened discipline. I had a list of the ones I liked, and you and I went over them. Just want to see where the fuck they are. I'm going to tell you the PDF page in 1 second, sir. Go to PDF page 10. So there. 2 of them have to be from Awakened, and 2 of them don't. Right off the bat, I can tell you that
Precognition was one, I think.
Precognition was one. I believe Aura Sight was one too.
Because
it's like assess foe, read moods, view aura, eventually perceive the unseen, but you can't do that yet because you're too low level and maybe never can because I don't think you're ever going to keep leveling up in it.
I'm gonna go down to precog.
What were the other ones I really liked? Mm-hmm.
If you're running subtle hints, blah, blah, blah. While focused on the discipline, you have advantage on initiative rolls.
I think I liked Crown of something.
As a bonus action, open yourself to receive momentary insights that improve your odds of success until your concentration ends. Whenever you make an attack roll, saving throw, and ability check, you roll a d4 and add that to a total. All-around insight in response to an attack hitting you. Use your reaction to impose disadvantage on that attack roll, possibly causing it to mix. So it's like a...
Yeah, so the issue is that, like, what you and I were discussing, you want the ability to bonus your allies. This class is going to be the exact opposite. You can have some things where you have, like, these cool, like, otherworldly senses. Yay! But instead of giving bonuses to your allies, you're going to be giving a lot of penalties to your enemies. It's kind of like a flip.
But they're only on when they're focused on me. But they only get penalties when they're focused on attacking me, not attacking other people.
There's other ones too, because it was either Disgust or Despair, the crowns that I liked.
Because if we go, just as an example, like if we go this build, the problem is like I have all these abilities to hinder the enemy from hitting me, but then when it comes to my turn, I am utterly useless. Like, you can't hit me, but I can't do anything to you, so why would you focus on me? You're just going to go focus on Grommet or something because, great, you can't hit me, but what am I doing in return to hurt you? Really nothing. I'm just going to sit there and, like, poking at you. So it's going to be like Thonk, but minus the ability to one-shot something.
I think there's also... No, there's other things, too. Like, hold on. Like, you have other things, too. Like, for instance, here's one from just looking at Despair. Visions of Despair is an action. One creature, charisma save, 36 psychic damage, loses its speed. Here's another one. Concentrate for a minute, saving throw. They target their ally and attack them instead. Crown of Sorrow, charisma saving throw, psychic damage, can't take reactions. And then you also have bonus to like intimidation checks. Just because like you're just like, right? Like that, just like more or less you're eeping out your emotions. It's kind of like as opposed to precognition, which is your focus. It's almost like it's also what's the other thing called? It's being precognitive and Mike, what's it called when you read people's emotions? So no, sorry, it's telepathic and empathic. Is adding the ability of being empathic because the empaths have the ability to not only feel emotions but send emotions out there as well.
I'm just going to look at some of these because I'm going to have to take some of combat abilities if I go this route.
Well, I mean, it's funny because you're actually now, unlike before, because again, I was on vacation, and so I was like half looking at things when we were talking. Like I heard you make this exact like concern, but we never really looked into it afterwards. What you're saying seems pretty legit. Like I like, oh, yay, Scott, some of these abilities seem awesome. But well, precognition, I'm focused on it. I get advantage on initiative checks. Cool.
It's your turn. I hold my turn.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, precognitive hunch, as a bonus action, you receive momentary modes of insight.
Like, these abilities are great if you're taking them as, like, one-off abilities while you're building a combat-focused mystic, I think.
Yeah. Or, well, I mean, not one-off, but yeah. Because you get the whole tier. It's just whether or not you can, because you, like, let's say you chose precognition. You have access to all of them if you can spend that many points.
Right.
You can't spend more than 3, so you stop at all-around sight.
Yep. Unless we went straight mystic and never dabbled in wizard.
I looked at that build originally, and it bothered me because I felt as though it just wasn't as good. Mike, I think you may have turned me. Like, I so want to dip into Mystic because there's so many cool things. But, like, to me, it's worth it to do a 3-point dip into Mystic because that one, like, read the item thing. But that's just me being obsessed with the item feature because of an old ability I know from a Kerps character I made forever ago. Yeah. And so that's, like, totally not me. That's me reliving my own past.
Make a Mystic that just gets the hell out of dodge when the fighting starts. That's exactly it. Like, you can't hit me, I'm out, bye! And it's gone.
Oh, we call that a nomad.
Yeah, exactly.
So, let's go back a step.
The original build, pure wizard.
Pure wizard. Pure wizard.
Correct.
So fuck level 3. What if we went level 2? Fuck level 4, fuck level 3. What if we went level 2, which still gives you Mystic Recovery, so fuck you. You would have 3 disciplines still instead of 4. You'd be 4th level wizard, so you'd still have access to like that feat.
Wait, you're saying dip 2 into Mystic?
2 Mystic, 4 wizard. I'm saying flip it.
Why? What is the 2 Mystic going to give me? Telepathy?
Telepathy, which is
random healing.
No, telepathy is like almost one of those like why.
I can get a spell that does the same thing, or an item called Sending Stone.
Yeah. Well, telepathy has a much shorter range than those, but it's infinite.
Yeah.
Mystic Recovery, I hate anyways.
People are saying Mystic isn't built with multi-classing in mind.
Of course, none of the classes are built with multi-classing in mind. That's actually one of the brilliant things done by 5e. None of them are designed to be multi-classed. If you found a loophole good for you, they aren't designed that way.
Right.
Let me look at 1 level dip, because I like the idea of having some otherworldly like powers. You have the total of 4 psi points, but you're still going to have 3 disciplines. So don't forget, you have 3 basic abilities, plus 3 things you can put your psionic focus into. So effectively 6 abilities, as well as things that you can spend up to 2 points on. So give me a second.
All right, you do that. I'm going to go to the bathroom right quick.
All right. You going to bring the camera with you? I took his headset. Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm just going to, I could sing. Do you want me to sing? I could sing. I'm not going to sing. Let's see. Sonic talents. Hey, to everybody that popped over to the Lost Initiative Patreon and supported us over on the Patreon. By myself, Ollie, it doesn't work. I super appreciate you going ahead and doing so, especially since this is like literally the slowest month we ever did. It is the least shows we ever did. So I just want to say, like, truly from the heart of hearts, anybody that subscribed to us on Twitch or supported us over on Patreon, I want to say a huge shout out and thank you to you. That was amazing that you went ahead and did that when this is literally the month where we did the least amount of stuff. So thank you again. I truly appreciate all of the support that you guys have done as we continue to try to build and grow the show and make it go get bigger and get better with each and every passing month. So thank you. All right, so talents. Thanks, A2. Funny. No, he is not. He is not. Mimitim. He is not taking that. Sonic points. Let me Sonic focus. Okay. Yep. Mystic Order. I just told people that like a really embarrassing story about you, and yeah, don't worry about it. Disciplines. So yeah, we're gonna stick with Awakens. So once again, you're gonna get 2 skills that we discussed. Probably like persuasion and perception, or persuasion and deception, or animal handling, because you like to, whatever you do. Wizard with a dip into monk? No. No. That is not a Mathas thing to do. Multiple attacks that are in a round? That is not a Mathas. You don't know Mathas. You don't know Mathas.
Combat. Not my favorite.
No. Like, I have to roll dice more than once in a round? What the fuck's the matter with it? I don't want to do that. It's work.
But if it's in a video game, different story.
Let's look at... Have I been misrepresenting these?
Misrepresenting what?
The features. I've been saying you have 3 abilities or 3 others that unlock when you focus. I think you have 0 abilities, but if you focus, you have 3. Wow. And then the other ones you have to spend points into casting.
Just go pure wizard.
Oh, we might end up being going pure wizard. I'm just trying to find it. I think I like the Intellect Fortress. We might be going pure wizard, Mike.
I'm actually just going to open up wizard in Roll20.
Please, go right ahead. I think it's not as good. I think they don't show you all of the details because of details.
Right.
So that's why I usually use the wikis, because Roll20 has like so much shit that's not in there. I was like, come on, guys, this is open sourced. What are you doing? It's open source. It's on the wiki. It's not been taken down yet.
Wiki Wild Wild West. Jim West, Desperado.
Do gnomes usually have dark vision?
I have no idea.
Check that. Third eye is a cool ability. That's why I'm asking. Psychic Inquisition.
Gnomes have dark vision, Ollie says.
So it's so hard to keep track of with, like, because people used to have infravision. You know what I mean? Like, I still imagine dark vision as infravision.
Yeah.
So if you already had dark vision, increase the range by 10 feet.
Make a gnome barbarian.
I used to love my old halfling barbarian that I used to play. Two hand axes, fucking go to town. It was if you grab the Unearthed Arcana 3.0 splat book, and you grab the what was the name of that? Frenzied Berserker, whatever it was. It was the barbarian.
Familiar.
It was the barbarian that gave you a bonus to dexterity instead of strength, and then you make like a multi attack. Oh god, I could pump out like 9 attacks in a round. Like, it was crazy without magic items. It was crazy. I love that little fucker. I can't remember his name. I remember Kip Laley was my halfling.
I do remember that
scout.
Name.
Yeah, that was my halfling scout. That was
I
a game.
remember the halfling barbarian that I made.
That was me, you, Beth, and somebody else is the DM. Probably Pat.
Maybe Pat.
It's probably Pat. Because who else would DM if it was me, you, and Beth? From going back that far, who else would DM?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I mean, Eric was still in diapers.
Yeah.
I mean, not literally, but why not? He's still, I think, in like early middle school or something back then.
Maybe.
Sonic Restoration. Mike, I'm having a hard time convincing myself.
It's all right, I've already moved on.
No, you know what's good? Because precognition is still worth it. While focused, you have advantage on initiative checks. The whole idea, like, you don't easily get surprised. As a bonus action, open yourself to receive the momentary insights for odds until your concentration ends. Whenever you make an attack roll, saving throw, or an ability check, you get a plus D4 added to the rolls. But it is concentration, so you can't do that and cast a wizard concentration spell at the same time. That's fine. It's 2 different pools of magic, right? Like, so precognition is still like, those 2 abilities are worth it to me. If I can find 2 others that are worth it to me, then I'm going to try to sell you. In the meanwhile, you work on your level 5 wizard.
Why go level 5? Why not just wait and do level 6?
You work on that, and I'm going to see what I can do.
Okay. Let's see.
I've always loved the blind spot ability.
Let's go here. Okay. Proficiency bonus +3.
I like the Psychic Inquisition. It's so cool.
We'll go.
It's more or less like you can get answers out of people.
Oh, it automatically does it. That's sweet. Okay.
It's like, so Psychic Inquisition, here's the ability, Sonic Focus. When you're Sonic Focused and you communicate to somebody via telepathy, but only via telepathy, you instantly know if they're lying.
That's cool.
Hammer of Inquisition, you can spend up to 2 points because you're level 1. As an action, choose one creature you see within 60 feet. The target must make an intelligence saving throw. On a failed save, it takes 1d10 points of psychic damage per point, so 2d10 points of psychic damage. Mind you, almost no creature has resistance or immunity to psychic damage. And suffers disadvantage on its next wisdom saving throw before the end of your next turn. On a success, it'll save half as much damage. So imagine doing that, and then either next turn throwing a wisdom saving throw spell at them, or Otto throwing a wisdom saving throw spell at them, or Rye throwing a wisdom saving throw spell at them. Then the third ability you would have access to is Forceful Query. As an action, you ask a question to one creature you can see or hear within 30 feet of you. The question must be phrased, so it's answered yes or no, otherwise it fails. The target must make a wisdom saving throw. It replies truthfully. It was immune to charm. It's immune to this. But more or less, you ask a question, and they have to answer it truthfully if they fail their save. Like, it's a nifty ability. All 3 of those abilities, I think, are really cool for you. Do you feel as though they fit your concept or no?
I don't know. I'm really heavy on like going pure wizard at this point, I think.
Nope. You keep being heavy on that, and I'm going to keep trying to sell you. Precognition, as much as I like the idea of it, it's like, oh, no, precognition I liked. What was the other one I liked? That's right. I just went to the bottom and kept going. Third eye. Fuck third eye.
Spellcasting Arcane Recovery. What's Arcane Recovery? Let's go down.
During a short rest, you can recover. I think it's half your wizard level rounded down, or maybe it's rounded up. Half your wizard level rounded up in spells. So if you're 5 or 6, it's gonna be 3 spell levels. So 3 first level spells.
Under my features and traits. Done. Arcane Recovery.
So I liked Inquisition. I liked
Arcane Tradition. When you reach 2nd level, you choose an Arcane Tradition, shaping your practice of magic through one of the 8 schools. Your choice grants you a feature at 2nd level.
Focus on this discipline.
All right, so what if I choose Divinity? Wait, there is no Divine School, is there?
What?
School of
Divination.
Divination. Where's?
It's not in Roll20.
Dang it!
I told you Roll20 sucks when it comes to classes. Don't use Roll20 when it comes to classes. It's
well, they have school. They literally have the school of evocation, and that's
evocation. That's it. Same like with Warlock. They have just demon, and that's it. You got to use the wiki.
Yeah. You mean the PDF you sent me?
Yeah. No, is it a PDF?
You sent me the PHB PDF.
Oh, if you use Wizard Wiki that I sent you as well, that also works. Whatever tickles your fancy.
Whatever's the easiest is what tickles my fancy.
I think the wiki's easiest.
I got the wizard spell
That's
wiki.
the spells, not that one. Keep going.
SRD5. This one? dndwiki.com/wiki/5e weapons.
Oh, Mike, I'm going to send it to you right now in the...
Did you not send it to me? I thought you did.
I did. Here. It's in the... what chat? What's this chat called?
Zoom?
Zoom chat, yeah.
I don't have this tab for some reason. All right, that works. Cool. Arcane Tradition. Preparing casting spells, spell casting, ritual.
Mastery of Force is such a good one. The Wu Gen one, Mastery of Force is so good. But like that's not your shtick. You're not like, oh, I'm moving things with my brain.
Okay, so I get Divination Savant to start. Starting at 2nd level, when you choose this school, do I have to choose one of these, or I get both of them?
What are you talking
about? Traditions.
You choose Divination.
Right, but it comes with 2 abilities at 2nd level. Divination Savant and Portent.
Yes.
Okay.
Divination Savant is a non-feature.
Yeah, it's cheap.
It's a non-feature.
Makes things cheap.
Yeah.
I'm going to put it in the features anyway, just to have it. And then, Portent. So this is the good one. So this is starting at 2nd level. When you choose the school, glimpses of the future begin to press in your awareness. When you finish a long rest, roll 2d20s and record the numbers rolled. You can replace any attack roll, saving throw, or ability check made by you or creature that you can see with one of these foretelling rolls. You must choose to do so before the roll, and you can replace a roll in this way only once. So I have to do it before I know the outcome.
Mantle of Courage is nifty. I just don't know if you can grab all the 3 different ones I just referred to. I think you'd like Mantle of Courage. I'll tell you in a second.
Just link it to me.
No, I'll tell you in a second. Those are all too combat-y. Well, focus on its discipline. Your reach increases by 5 feet, and then you can get ogre form.
Ogre form, sweet.
I'm a really big gnome.
Okay, so that's that. I forgot how easy it is to get the base stuff done for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
Arcane Tradition feature. I might be getting this if we go pure this.
Yeah. That's the one where if you cast a divination spell of 2nd level or higher, you regain a cast any spell of 1 level lower.
I vaguely remember that.
It's pretty cool. How much gold does the party have now? I'd have to look at the character sheets.
I'm gonna put this on my character sheet and just in case.
Yep, of course.
So I can just delete it if I need to.
Well, there's an ability called Celerity. People are saying you should get that one.
Celerity. Is it still as broken as it used to be?
Not really.
Cool. All right, so that's that. And then at 10th level, third eye. All right, so that's that. I think I'm done with that. I gotta roll my HP, but I don't think you're gonna sell me on Mystic, Scott. I just don't think it's gonna happen.
No, that's fine. Let me just keep looking. All right, so I do see a few that you might like. Okay. Here's the options for if you were to go to one level dip. You have to choose 3 disciplines. I don't know if you can grab all 3 of these. Let me just check. 1, 2, definitely those are in the same school. And then the third one was, I'm going to have to figure it out in a second. So Aura Sight. So first discipline we're going to go over, Aura Sight. If you focus your, if you put your sinus focus into it while focused, you have advantage on wisdom insight checks.
Okay.
That's a huge
my
thing.
Wisdom is low, but
yeah, but that's one of your trained skills.
I know. Yeah, no,
so
I know.
Your wisdom's -1, so that means you have a +2, and you have advantage on all those checks as long as you have this focused on. A mathematically advantage equates to about a +5. So, but you understand how advantage works. So that's fucking useful. The 2 abilities that you would have access to, but would cost you Sonic points to do. 1 is Assess Foe. As a bonus action, so it costs 2 points. As a bonus action, analyze the aura of a creature that you see. You learn its current health point total and its immunities, resistances, and vulnerabilities. That's super useful if you're coming against non-normal people. Okay, the other one, the one that you'd use more often because it's RP-ish. 2 points, bonus action, read moods. You learn a 1-word summary of the emotional state of up to 6 creatures you can see, such as happy, confused, afraid, violent, blah, blah, blah. So once again, a very kind of like seer-esque ability, very Emmy, right? Mm-hmm. So there's one thing. And I think all of those, maybe not Assess Foe, but all the other ones you really would like. Second one I want to point out. I've already done it several times, but just to recap, precognition. Yeah. The first ability you have access to is while you have focus on this one, you have advantage on initiative checks. You just kind of know things are going to happen before they happen. Yay. The only other ability you have access to, and it requires concentration. If you spend 2 points, it requires concentration, lasts for up to a minute. As a bonus action, you activate it. You receive momentary, blah, blah, blah. You get a +D4. So it's effectively you are auto-casting like Bless on yourself every round, which is awesome, right? So that's super useful. And the third one I really liked for you was, fuck me.
In the hand?
I mean, sure. Am I gonna like? What was that? What was it? Was it Inuyasha with like the hand?
Oh God, I never really watched Inuyasha, so.
But that was like the monk weird dude with the hand, right?
It might have been. I don't know. I don't know the show very
well.
Like,
I have the nothing. The never-ending story is in my hand.
Oh, that does sound familiar.
I don't know. I was never like I watched a lot of Inuyasha because of a prior relationship, but I was never really into it. I thought it was like too blah. It was very hard blah. All right, discipline. Oh, Mantle of Courage was the other one I thought you'd like, because it was like a bonus thing. So Mantle of Courage is 3 abilities you have access to. 1, if you put your focus into it. So 1 focus you would pretty much always be in if you're interacting with people. 1 you would always put in if you think you're going to get into a combat, and the other one you do while you're in a combat. Mental of Courage. While you're focused on this discipline, allies within 10 feet of you have advantage on saving throws against being frightened. That's really useful, kind of like you are like a well of like of courage, because like you've seen so much shit that like you yourself never get scared, and they look at you and this tiny little fucker isn't scared. How are they going to get scared? Right. You just kind of like literally a dragon comes out and it's like, I'm going to eat you. And then like the Truss comes out and rips off its wings and start eating them like he's at like Buffalo Wild. Right. And it's like, you guys are next. And you just sitting there and you just like,
I'm too drunk to care.
Bring it on, buddy. And the party's like, all right, it's cool. The second ability you get from that is Insight Courage, costs 2 points. As a bonus action, choose up to 6 creatures you can see within 60 feet of you. If any of those creatures is frightened, you end it. It's kind of like, yo, snap out of here, have a drink. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then the third thing that you get is Aura of Victory. This is a cool one. You can only spend up to 2 points, so 1 or 2 points, concentration, so you have to concentrate up to 10 minutes. As a bonus action, you begin it. You project a psionic energy until your concentration ends. This energy fortifies you and your allies when your enemies are felled. Whenever an enemy that you can see is reduced to 0 hit points, you just have to be able to see them. You and each of your allies within 30 feet of you gain a temporary health points equal to double the points spent. So if you're like, guys, we're going to be fighting a bunch of goblins, but so we're going to kill them quickly, but I know that they're going to hurt us along the way. You activate one of these, and like every goblin they kill, you guys get 4 temporary HP.
How long does a temp HP last?
It doesn't say, so I imagine, was it temporary hit points spent? Doesn't say, so I imagine until they're lost or until the end of a long rest.
Okay, gotcha. So if I decide to take 1 Mystic,
yep,
you would, right?
You get 1 level of Mystic. You would get those 3 disciplines with all those features I told you about that are super useful in different situations. And then you also get talents too. I don't remember how many talents. I have to look at that in 1 second. Go ahead, say your point.
How much weaker is it going to make me as opposed to being just like straight level 6 wizard or a straight level 6 mystic?
Well, right off the bat, you would never hit level 20. If we got there, you'd never hit level 20 Mystic, which gives you signature spell. I mean,
well, I'm never going to hit level 20 Mystic by only taking 1 Mystic regardless.
You never get hit level 20 Wizard.
Oh, okay.
So what does it affect you with right now, this moment?
Well, it gets rid of my expert divination.
Yep, which you would get next level instead of this level.
It gets rid of one 3rd level spell.
Correct, and that's it.
Okay.
Everything else, you also get more health points with Mystic, and you have different saving throws. So with Wizard, it's intelligence. Actually, it's the same saves. Intelligence, Wisdom are both same saves. You have proficiency in light armor you otherwise wouldn't have been. You have simple weapons instead of like a small handful of weapons, which you otherwise wouldn't have been. So that actually has a benefit to it. And you have 2 more skill proficiencies that you otherwise wouldn't have.
Gotcha.
Which is, again, skill proficiencies, like 3 of those equal a feat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it does carry a lot of weight. Give me 1 second on the talents to finish making my point. At first level, you know 1 psionic talent. You learn additional talents at higher levels. Look at the table. Talents at your level, you know 1 talent. A talent is, think of it as like a cantrip. Did you look at the talents on page 27 and 28? Mm-hmm.
I'll go there right now. 27, 28. I'm on.
So 27, 28. Again, it's just you spend your action to activate this. You can do it infinitely. Read the rules for them. You can kind of skim over some of them instantly. But give me 1 second. Mind meld. Spock.
Right. Blade. Let's see.
I mean, this is really cool. You also gain access to 1 memory of the target's choice, and gaining perfect recall of 1 thing it saw did. Mind meld legit is like Spock mind meld.
But it has to be willing.
Yeah, no. You're not stealing thoughts. You're like Grumman, you're an idiot. You can't explain things to me. Minimum intelligence is 2. You fall within that boundary. Come here, buddy.
Thank God. And how many of these do I get?
1, sadly. Right. If you, it's like, I can look and see if I missed something for more than 1, but I think it's legit 1. I'll read.
Mind meld would make sense. Delusion. As an action, you plant a false belief in the mind of 1 creature that you can see.
Yeah, because instead of more talents, you're gaining 2 skill proficiencies.
Only the target of this talent perceives a sound. So it's basically like phantom whatever, but not minus the murder part.
What are you talking about? Which one?
Delusion.
Delusion's really cool. It's actually like minor illusion, except only that 1 person sees it instead of everybody seeing it. So it works almost effectively like minor illusion, but 1 person sees it. So instead of like you making sparkles and everybody's like, oh, look, sparkles. You know, sparkles. 1 dude's like, oh, look, sparkles. And everybody's like, Jane? You all right? He's like, the lights are all bendy.
Let's see, you must target succeed. Yeah, the only one that actually like sticks out is mind meld, honestly. It's the only one that I think I would grab as right out the gate.
See, beacon, no. Blade meld, no. Blind spot is certainly nifty, but I don't really see that.
How many times can I use a talent a day?
Infinitely.
That's good.
It's your cantrip. Energy beam, no. It's an attack roll, no. Light step, alter your density and weight to improve. Your speed increases by 10 feet. That's nifty, but it's a bonus action, so you can effectively use this every round that you're not using your bonus action for something else. You can increase your speed by Mind Meld. So I like Light Step. I like Mind Meld. Mind Slam.
Nah.
Mind Thrust. Nah. Mystic Charm is really cool.
I saw that, but it's just not the style of the character that I'm playing is going down.
It's more of a bear thing, you know. It's more of an auto thing. It's cool because it doesn't say that they're hostile afterwards.
That's yeah.
So, which is one of the reasons why it's broken as shit.
Mystic Hand is Mage Hand.
Yeah.
And Psychic Hammer is just Psychic Hammer.
Yeah, it's like, well, it's force damage, which is nice. And you can move them to a direction of your choice. It's a better version of what Sam has with slightly less damage.
True. I still think Mind Meld makes more sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Mind Meld, I like Mind Meld. I think it's really wicked cool because the whole idea of not only do you see things from like you can, it's like you have the ability to see things, but you drink to forget it. However, when you choose to access them, say, and it goes into like the story that you and I were making before, where you were born with these innate abilities and a wizard trains you to hone them, and that's where you became a diviner. It's like you don't have much power that you have access to infinitely. So you have several powers you can have access to infinitely, but it's like when you choose to focus your abilities, like you can take a thought from someone's mind. Name a diviner that can do that, right? Infinitely, just like keep taking thoughts from somebody, assuming they're willing. A diviner that can always see stuff that happens right before it does. With the, you know,
I just can't help but feel like if I want to go Mystic, I should just go straight Mystic. You know what I mean? I
disagree. I think you and I found the flaw with Mystic in that it doesn't do what you want it to do. Correct. You're going to have to make that happen with Wizard. However, with going with the story of I was born with something and it haunts me and blah, 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 and having that very I'm different from a wizard abilities, you're going to have abilities here that the rest of the party has never seen and no other wizard you come across is going to have. It makes you feel unique and different. What are you giving up? Yes, you're always going to be one tier behind everybody else when it comes to certain features. But you're gaining all these nifty non-combative, well, some of them are combative, powers that you can use. That's kind of like your shtick usually. So feel free to tell me, go fuck yourself. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go take a piss.
Okay.
Ask chat, see what their opinion is. Think about it yourself.
I'm looking at chat right now. So hit me with your opinions, chat. What do you think?
I'll be right back.
Sounds good. What do you think in chat? Scott should do a one-shot with the Divinity Original Sin mode. I did say Scott would love Divinity Original Sin. I think I'm going to try and get him to pick up the game eventually. Yeah, but like Conjure, while that's a cool class, and like minions and all that other stuff is neat, that's not the kind of character I'm going to go for. Where's it all the way? Screw Psyops? Yo, Psyops is a great game. Full Mystic doesn't make sense for my character because I'm not his character. This character isn't meant to be like a fighting focused character. He's meant to be more of a buff character, but Mystic is much more fighting focused. Full Wizard. I think Mystic would make RP interesting and not be total garbage in combat. Full Wiz, go full Mystic. So many mixed opinions. I mean, my inner role player, my inner, you know, D&D player says one level Mystic makes sense for story and RP, but Wizard makes me more useful. I mean, granted, we're only going to be one level Mystic, 5 levels Wizard. I think a couple of the people in the party are multi-class as well, so I wouldn't be horrendously underpowered compared to them. He's evil, right? No, he's not evil. He's not good either. He's just neutral. Thunk's twin brother Thunk. One level Mystic and the rest Wizard. The crowns are great buffs. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well. An undead outlaw called Mathas. True. Go Conjuration, consider the minions. It's not the character that I'm playing, unfortunately. I thought we had character sheets, but I haven't. I thought we multi-class, but I might be wrong. For some reason, I thought Grommen was multi-class, but I think that's incorrect. Would 2 magic casters be a weakness? You mean in the party? No, because the other magic caster is an offensive magic caster, where I'm going wizard, but I'm going divination. So very, very, very few, if any, direct damage spells, and all like buff and that kind of stuff. What if I created my divinity character? Nah. Not doing that. Thunk died and was reincarnated as a magical Japanese schoolgirl. Now that's tempting. Now that is tempting. Five wizard, 1 mystic. Yeah, it seems to be the majority. Is NL looking forward to more divinity? NL and I are rather addicted to divinity right now. We are 12 episodes backlogged, and we're going to be going playing more tomorrow as well. You'll see soon, but like the series itself, we get to a point where, don't worry, the lizard goes back to his party and I figure it out, and we're actually doing good. I've got music playing. It's just quiet in the background. I don't want to get like copyright striked. And have the VOD get silenced, you know what I mean? No, it's pretty torn between full wizard or 5 wizard, 1 mystic. For flavor's sake, I do think taking mystic makes sense. Oh, did he get his blizzard today? Conjuration would have to be a totally different character with a totally different history and a totally different build, though. The character that I am playing, Ander, is not a conjurer by any stretch. You can't hear tunes because I have it on relatively low. NL's yelling. Well, I did do some dumb things in the episode. I was poking around and messing with things in an RPG, trying to find the limits. Sneaking is pretty useless on your Sebil. Yeah. Welcome back.
So, what do people say?
It's pretty split. Early on, people were like full wizard, fuck mystic, full wizard, fuck mystic. And then some people were like 5 wizard, 1 mystic, 5. So it's kind of like, I want to say it's like at probably 50-50. I think maybe I saw a few more full wizards than I saw 5 and 1s. So it's tough. It's a tough call.
How do you like, so my option is the less powerful, more having fun features option. The going full wizard is always more powerful. Think about it, you're gonna get access to 4th level. By the way, 4th level is always a disappointing level in for wizards. Like 4th level spells was like the worst level. Sans like 4 spells in like earlier editions. But like, I don't know. I feel as though higher level spells in this game are just, this is a sidetrack conversation. This is not a part of me trying to convince you one way or another. They're just disappointing. Just magic is just not as powerful as it used to be. And so it just feels like, okay, cool. I got another ability that I can only use sometimes. Meh. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyways, so you're
as far as myself is concerned, like it's just a tear between like flavor and usefulness.
Mm-hmm. You will not lose usefulness by going mystic now. No. However, in the future, you will feel it at points. Like at level 8, everybody else gets an ability score. You get it at level 9.
Yeah.
At level 9, I should say at level 7, everybody gets access to 8th level spells. You get it at level 8. Wait, sorry. Level 7, they get access to 4th level spells. You get it at level 8.
Yeah.
You know, things like that.
Yep, and that shit is gonna suck. That's why I'm thinking, you know, like, is it worth giving up those things for a little bit of flavor that won't show up very often?
I think it'll show up very often. I think it'll show up extremely often because I know that the way you RP, you're going to see these abilities. Like when you go and you go, hey Scott, I'm gonna focus my ability to get a bonus to insight. You're not gonna see it as I focus my ability to get a bonus to insight. You're gonna see it as you're gonna describe it in such a way that like I know that you're gonna turn that into a thing, not just I use my power, right? That's not the way that you play the game. You don't just use my power. You have a reason behind it. Think about how you always describe Thonk's abilities, right? So it's up to you. It's entirely up to you. I've made my case. I think both options are great options. I think one has more flavor and does not decrease power now, but certainly staggers it moving forward. The other one is just now less flavor, but in the future, more power.
All right. I'm going to have to pull the trigger here because we've already been going for a while. Let's go 5-1. Let's go 5-1. Let's go 5-1.
Okay. So that means your first level is Mystic. So you gain access to everything that a Mystic does, and then you multi-class into Wizard, which doesn't hurt you because Wizard gives you nothing. So for multi-classing or just being straight Wizard. Cool. So you can wear armor. Yay! Hooray! You can wear studded leather armor. You don't have to get the stupid spell mage armor. Yay!
All right. Let's start banging out these stats and everything that we need.
I'm just gonna eat pizza. You can handle that, right?
Oh God, no.
I'm just gonna, like, isn't this like just like an eating stream? Just like.
We could do mukbang. And just go social eating on Twitch if you want.
I was like, I don't know what mukbang is.
It's like the sexy Korean word for social eating or something like that. If I'm correct. All right, hit me with what I need.
If you're asking me to mukbang, I will.
No.
I'll mukbang with
All right,
you.
tell me what I got here, because I'm gonna need to find a new place to put this stuff, because there's no like psi points on these character sheets. So let's do it at the top of features and stuff.
Yeah, there is.
Where?
No, right here, where it says where the hell are you? Because you're choosing Wizard, and then you have to choose here. Sirius is class resource. You straight right psi point.
I don't see that.
Right hand side, above lucky, beneath flaws, booze.
Oh, class resource 4.
Psi point. Okay. And then total 4, and you call the class resource because you could type in there psi points.
Yeah.
But you're also going to do something else. I'm going to take over your character sheet for a second. Whenever you're ready.
Nope, go for it.
I'm going to click this little cog in the top right hand corner.
Okay.
I'm going to scroll down to the bottom, and I'm going to press second class. Your second class is going to be Wizard, because your first class is going to be called Mystic. We're not going to fucking call it Mystic. We're calling it Psionic.
Is Psionic in the character sheet?
Yeah. Fuck Mystic, okay? I think D6 is the health points that they use. You want to check that for me?
Hang on, I'm
Scattercast
readjusting
ability
Wizard.
is intelligence. Spell slots. We're just going to say none because it works different. Saves are going to be intelligence and wisdom. And then let's go back to core. And it should say 1 Psionic Wizard 5 at the top. And you can see how it's properly represented there. Do you see it now in your character sheet?
Where am I looking?
Very top. It says
Psionic 1, Wizard
5.
1. Yeah.
Oh, it's D8. My apologies. Thank you, people. D8.
Got it.
Cool. All right. So Psionic 1, Wizard 5. Nifty. Now, you already chose the skills Arcana, History, Insight, Investigation. Right. You also get to choose for more skills. Woohoo! Animal Handling, Deception, Intimidation, Perception,
how many do I
and
pick?
Persuasion. 2.
Perception.
So Animal Handling, I imagine, is out.
Yeah. Perception.
Okay.
And
you have Deception, Persuasion, Intimidation.
I'll just do Persuasion.
So Perception, Persuasion. Click them on there. You have 6 skills now. Woohoo!
Yay.
Yay. All right. Next up, off the Mystic, you already added your psi points. You're going to have to add...
Points.
Your health points is automatic. Level 1, you have 8 plus your con modifier.
Right,
so do you want to do health?
Yeah, but
do you roll or do you take average?
I roll.
Okay, we'll worry about that afterwards. Mystic, where'd you go? So you need to apply your talent in all of your disciplines, right? So the first talents that you're going to apply, it's called the... I actually can put that on there for you because we'll make the talent work like a spell.
Take it away, sir.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna make the talent work like a spell. So you took which one?
Please do my work for me.
Mind meld? Yeah.
Mind
what?
meld, correct.
What about our entire relationship?
Exactly.
As DM
I don't know
/PC?
why we're pretending that I'm doing any of this.
Oh, you think I'm gonna do all the work for you? Here, I'm about to assign a task to you. You're welcome.
Task me with anything.
No. Here you go. So I'm going to go right here. I'm going to paste. Now, you see how beautifully that pasted?
I don't see anything.
That's okay. You will in a moment. You tell me you don't see that under cantrips?
It just popped up.
Okay. Can you fix that for me?
God.
Can you fix that for me?
Yeah.
Oh, give me 1 second though, because we're gonna do this as divination for the school, even though technically it's not. It's sonic talent. Action is bonus action. Cast in time bonus action. Just give me a minute to.
What is with the spacing in this? Oh God.
That's coming from a PDF, baby.
There's an easier way of doing this, my man.
Go ahead.
Where is the talent? Let me go back down.
Page 27. What's your easier way?
Well, I'm gonna see if it works the way I think it's gonna work before I tell you if it's easier. Unless it does the same thing here. It doesn't. And then we do this. We do this. There we go. Boom. So you copy paste the PDF into a Word document and then recopy the Word document over because it fixes the spaces in the Word document automatically.
Oh, there you go. Cool.
I just got a Mind Meld Sonic Talent as a bonus action.
So we're just gonna go get rid of this part. And then Sonic Talent, we're gonna change this too. I just got schooled, by the way.
By what?
You.
Oh, so you don't sit there and freaking manually go click, click.
Okay. And there we go. Awesome. Now that's thrown on there. Let's see what it looks like if we cast it.
Okay.
Hold on. I'm actually looking at this terribly so I can look at everything on my screen. Yay! Look at that. Oh, the components are wrong. It has none of those components.
That's easy. That's just check mark boxes.
Yep. Exactly.
Done.
I suppose somatic because you have to touch the person, right? Well, I'm touching you.
Yeah, I guess that's somewhat correct.
Mm-hmm. I clicked it back. All right. Awesome. Target, willing, range, touch. Just throw that shit on there. Just gonna recast it, see how it looks. Bam. Cool. Worry about the rest of it afterwards. All right, so the next things that you need to get on there are your other mystic abilities, and we're gonna have to do the same thing with all of those. And you can kind of put them onto cantrips or whatever. So the focused ones are gonna put into cantrips. The first one we're gonna go to is courage. Something of courage.
What? Courage.
You know, the fuck are you? Oh, did I like Aurasight? Oh, wait, did we choose? We chose Aurasight, precognition, and...
Well, I only get one discipline and one talent.
No, because you get two more once you became blah, blah, blah. So...
Oh, Mystic Order, right.
Yeah. So Aurasight, precognition, and the... What's
Mind Melt has a range of 120 feet, by the way. It says
Oh,
Tannis.
wow. Sorry. 120. Change that. It probably says it in the description. I just wasn't reading it. Mantle of Courage. Thank you, Tannis. All right, so Aurasight. Let's grab this one first. Sonic Focus. While focused...
What page?
10 to 11.
Just give me the pages so I can copy paste while you do that.
Yep. So what you can do is I can worry about making them look prettier for the displaying when we're actually playing the game later on. But under Aurasight, you're going to kind of grab those first three abilities because you have the ability to cast all of them. But the first one, the Sonic Focus one, you should probably put into cantrip. And then the second and third ones, you should probably put under first level spells. Or if you wanted to like be nifty and have it off to the side, put them under 9th level spells. So you can kind of like see, so it's not like mixed in with your wizard shit.
What's it called? Aurasight?
Yeah, it's page 10.
I know, but I'm just typing in things. Oops.
Okay. And I would probably call it Aurasight Sonic Focus for like the weaker one. And then the other ones actually are named. Assess foe. So let you kind of like go to town with its Aurasight, then precognition. Let me know when you want the next one. I wish we could both work on it at the same time, but we can't because it'll fuck with your character sheet as we both touch it. No, maybe it makes no sense for the character story.
That's how I have it set up. I just casted it. I feel like I can just verbally choose, like, hey, this is what I'm doing, by the way, and then I'll just cast the whole thing.
Where is that PDF? I found you.
Yeah, that's correct, Aaron. The reason it's taking it early is because it's my character history. He was a quote-unquote mystic before Wizard scooped him up to try and focus his training.
So, someone's saying that you wouldn't be able to multi-class unless they're talking to somebody that's not you. Mimiton's saying can't multi-class. So assuming he's referring to you, the multi-class prerequisite for Wizard is Intelligence 13. Your Intelligence is 17. And I'm making the assumption that Mystic is having the same requisite based off of the way that the
being presented.
Everything looks. It's effectively Wizard brain. So you crush the prerequisite, assuming that's the case.
Okay, what's the other things that I'm taking? Mantle of Courage?
Mantle of Courage after you took the other two, yes.
What was the other two?
But that may have not been directed at you, in which case, ignore me. You took, you already did Aura Sight and Precognition?
Yep. No, not Precog, so I need to do Precog. Mantle of Courage just comes before Precog, that's all. Like, alphabetically speaking.
Oh, yeah.
So Precog, I just do down to 2 side points, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep, all of them, just down to 2 side point ones. I'm actually happy we changed it from 4 and 2 to 1 and 5.
Yeah, 4 and 2 would have been a big gimp.
Brun, Mystic isn't balanced for Mystic, okay? Mystic isn't balanced for anything. It's garbage, which is why we're not going straight Mystic and breaking all sorts of game rules. We're grabbing a couple of flavorful abilities at a cost, and at a steep cost, to be fair.
All right, how's this first setup for Precog?
Oh, let me look.
Minus verbal somatic, all that good garbage.
Yeah, you also, the precognitive hunch ability, you want that to be a separate spell card. Same as with Aura Sight.
Why do you want it a separate spell card? Why can't I just say, I'm casting this one, and then just cast the whole thing? I feel like I'm adding myself more work.
it takes away so much of the written room that viewers get to see when it's displayed with our overlay, that like it could bump aside so that somebody just didn't, because they're immobile, didn't see quick enough, or it's just bigger and you want it smaller. There's some spells, like there are fucking 0-level spells, cantrips that you cast that like I can't even see this. Thanks, guys. But it's like we have really, like, if you look at say other tabletop streams, they have these tiny little boxes that they display rolls in. It barely even shows 2 rolls, if that. We have these huge boxes, and I like to try to keep everything displaying multiple actions at once in there.
Okay. Okay, here's what I've got then. Just got this one, this one, this one.
Gorgeous. Love it. Looks great.
We'll do the same for the other one.
Mimiton, never an inconvenience. I always appreciate the chime-ins that you do. You're actually one of the earliest names that I memorized from forever ago, because of the bits of chime-in that you've done since. I don't know if you were here since session 1, but pretty early on. Okay. DM's got to get DM's back.
Okay, what else is next?
Is that it for? I just closed your.
Oh no, I need to do Mantle of Courage. Mantle.
No, you already did your stats forever ago, right?
Stats are done.
Okay, so Mantle of Courage is the last one. Yeah. It's funny, Mike, we're not even talking about the things that you could get from a level 1 dip. Like,
What do you mean?
so much you can do. So much you can do.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Like Mystic can be broken as shit.
Yes.
You have to understand.
No, I know that, and if I decide to build that way, I could, you know?
It's crazy how...
I'm going to leave Mantle of Courage as is, because the description isn't that long.
That's fine.
Like so.
Is it... There, I don't think there are many different things.
See what I mean? That's it. It's tiny.
Avatar discipline, you focus, blah, blah, and I would still do the 2 separate ones. Still do the 2 separate ones. It's one last thing. It's the last one. Stop bitching. You don't want to confuse yourself because you know what's going to happen. You're going to get confused.
That's the
I've played with you enough years. No,
That's
you're good.
lie.
Mike, I used to make you fucking flashcards to memorize your characters, and you'd still fuck it up.
Well, flash.
I had that item.
That's a
Yes,
law. That's
yes,
a law.
you have a flashcard. It was before we had the interwebs to do it for us. Okay. All right. Oh, Aaron, I only mentioned one. I was looking for other ones. I didn't get to find all the things I wanted to point out. I don't have this sheet memorized. Okay, so I think that's everything, Mike. So you have a psi limit of 2, so the maximum you can spend is 2, which you know. You have only 4 points for long rest. Woo! You have the 1 talent, which you knew, and you have a total of 3 disciplines and all the features that are applied by it. I think that's everything.
Looks good to me. Let's do Wizard now.
Yeah, so that's done.
Wizard's
done,
the long
done.
one.
Do any of those abilities have saving throws or no?
I didn't see. Doesn't look like it. They're right there. You can look.
That's pretty fucking awesome. Too bad you weren't level dipping into a you level dipped into it and like you just the intelligence is your dump score because you didn't care. But that's fine.
Intelligence
All right.
not my dump score. What?
No, I said if it was.
Oh.
Yeah. But it doesn't matter. Okay, so Wizard is next. So did you apply everything Wizard related? Like for instance, where is Wizard? You know that your proficiency bonus, where are you? Is no matter what, it's just based off of your total level. So it's 3. So when you hit level 9, it's going to be 4.
I think it automatically does all that for me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's true. I think it does. I think you're correct there. Okay, so you added your arcane traditions. You added your arcane recovery ability. You have your spell casting. It's already applied there. The 4, 3, and 2. So I guess one of the first things we need to do is choose your 4 cantrips.
Sounds good. Wizard spells is open.
I'm going to look at the Unearthed Arcana ones real quick.
Sounds
There are
good.
2 extra cantrips you
Actually,
probably
I have
don't
that
want.
as well.
You probably don't want either of them. One is called Infestation, and one is called Toll of the Dead. It's funny. Both Ollie and I, are, like wizards that we play in 2 different games, use each of these spells because our characters are creepy as shit. But I don't see your character using that at all because.
Scott, you play edgelords a lot, huh?
No. I'm actually playing a really nice guy. He's actually a nice guy. He was born dead.
Wizard spells. There it is. Thank you. All right. Let's see. They don't have the school next to them in the wiki.
They don't have to, but that's why I gave you Don John.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, let's look at that.
Where you can
Wizard,
just press levels
cantrip,
class wizard,
divination. There's only True Strike for.
That's fine. And grab True Strike and 3 others.
Yeah, let's bring this over here. Let's see. Give me.
Wishstorm, what you're saying about playing mage, I feel that way about playing GURPS. I love the way magic works in GURPS. It tickles my fanny hard. Just saying.
1 action. 30 feet. Concentration round.
What are you looking at?
True Strike.
Mike, you know how to pull it in on the Roll20, right?
No, this is how I always done my spells, manually.
Oh my god, you have?
That's how I do my spells for everything.
You did Thonk fully fleshed out with every spell per level.
Yeah, manually.
Mike, I'm so sorry. Okay, go to Roll20.
Don't ever say I don't do my work!
Go to Roll20, click the little compendium, the eye with the circle around it, and type the spell name that you want.
Where? I don't see this.
Right-hand side.
On my character sheet?
No. Roll20.
I'm on Roll20 in the game, though.
Okay, yep. Where the settings wheel is, and it has like the music box, and it has like the journal, the eye, the compendium.
I don't see an eye. You
don't have the compendium as a PC? What do you see at the top of your screen? Oh, let me look at your screen. Open it up.
Oh, because it's not there. I have the chat box.
Yep.
The journal. Oh, no, there's the eye. I see the eye.
Hey,
I was looking for like an eyeball. I was like, I don't see an eyeball.
Now, let's do an example. So let's say you chose, I'm going to give you an example. I'm going to type in minor and then press enter. Minor illusion pops up. As you looked at your character sheet, you saw I made a new spell. I just pressed the plus sign. I'm now going to drag minor illusion to the whole thing highlights yellow and drop it. Bam. Close it. Done.
Now how do you
delete
it?
Press the little lock button underneath. Press the lock button and then you can delete it afterwards. You can see that there's an option to delete. And there you go.
Oh. See, I did everything manually when I built Thonk. I just typed it out, and I was like, this is taking forever, but whatever.
I mean, you got to do that when you start grabbing things that Roll20 doesn't support. And I bitch. I'm like, why doesn't Roll20 have Mage Hand? It might have Mage Hand. I was just using an example, but.
All right. Well, that's good to know.
Like Armor of Agathis isn't in there. You're like, why? Why? Why isn't Armor of Agathis in there? Why?
Oh, sweet. All right, I need 3 more. Message probably makes sense. Because I don't have telepathy, so might as well take message.
That's right, you don't have telepathy, so now you have to like cast the spell to make it happen. I like you not having telepathy. Like that one was kind of bothering me. There was so like the second level abilities bothered me. I wish I could just cut them out for something else that's different, you know?
Wow, that's so much easier doing it that way. Minor illusion could be fun. Create a small image that lasts for the duration. Yeah, I'm gonna take minor illusion.
Totally went to Bertucci's, and my wife was the one that went and grabbed the pizza from inside the place. I was like, all right, don't forget the oil. Totally forgot the oil. I'm like, no. So I just came home and grabbed some olive oil and threw the ingredients into it. But it's not the same because it hasn't been sitting there for like 3 days in room temperature getting gross. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Why don't we do something semi... Why don't I have like one offensive ability?
You should.
Why don't we do Ray of Frost? It's always a good one. It's reliable. It's ranged.
I mean, Ray of Frost... You might prefer, hold on, let me look for a second. Ray of Frost is fine. Where are you? Lightning Lure? Lightning Lure, anyone? Lightning Lure can be used very well. Just gonna leave it at that. Create bonfire, control flames, dancing lights. I mean, sure, Ray of Frost, sure. Ray of Frost, it slows them down too, which is nice. So I guess Ray of Frost.
All right, done. How many first levels do I get?
Jumps out for your character concept.
4 first level spells, right? No. Okay, so it's 4 prepared. How many do I know? I can never remember. I can never do that in my head.
As a wizard?
Yeah.
As a wizard, unlimited. It's in your book.
Right, but how many am I walking in with?
So before we get into all the other fun features, let me just look at that really quickly, and I'll tell you what I'm telling you for free before I give you just more. Spell casting. Spell bucket. First level, 6 first level spells. But every time you gain a level, you add 2 more spells. So hold on a second. That means you have instantly 8 first level spells. Instantly 4 second level spells, and instantly 2 third level spells. Now, you can always convert a higher level one to a lower level one if you prefer. Get what I mean when I say that?
I could always I could get rid of a higher level and get an additional lower level.
Correct.
Gotcha.
So you're gonna have 8, 4, and 2, right now, but I'm going to give you more in a minute.
Okay, so let's go with 8.
Go DM myself.
Wizard, first, divination.
By the way, I tried to look up what your spells were, but you're such a great PC that I was the one that put your character sheet into Obsidian Portal before, and you never ported your spells over into there.
That's fine.
So I didn't know what you had because you're a douche.
Yep, that's fine. Identify, detect magic, comprehend languages would be the first 3.
Identify, like, all those spells are brilliant to have because they're in your book and they're ritual spells. Actually, one of the things that I do when I make my character sheets, Mike, just so you know, if it's a ritual spell, I know there's like the little button there that says ritual and you can click that. But when I write that there, when you click ritual, it makes that thing pop up. Did you do that for identify? Did you add the ritual? Okay. But I also add into the name.
I do too.
I
put R's next to it.
Not just the R. I also add C if it's a concentration spell.
Ooh, smart. Okay.
Yeah, that way I know not to like double cast them.
So is that a concentration? No. This is.
Mimitim, he wants all divination spells and then other spells after that.
Yes,
why? Because he's a diviner and that's just how Mike does things. Mike goes, I'm a necromancer. I need to know all necromancy and other spells. That's just his way of playing. There's nothing wrong with that. I actually commend his childish vigor.
First of all, it's not rude. Second of all, all right, we're definitely gonna take magic missile. I'm a flavor player. I'm less of a min-maxer player. Let's see.
I always try to make you min-max to give you more abilities that just make you more useful, not necessarily more powerful. I contemplated making you level dip 1 level into cleric to get the knowledge cleric abilities.
Ugh, I would have probably said no.
No, I know, because you just played a cleric. So there's I didn't suggest it.
Dipping into 3 classes alone.
It was before I found Mystic.
Oh, okay.
Straight wizard to me just kind of felt boring.
Gotcha.
I wanted you to have more abilities.
What does Witch Bolt do?
Nothing very good.
Okay.
So let me elaborate.
It didn't have a description.
First round, you make an attack roll. If you hit, they take 1d10 electricity damage. Every round, if you choose to spend your action, you continue to do 1d12 damage automatically, electricity damage automatically. Gotcha. However, if you ever choose to not do that, the spell stops working. Think Force Lightning.
Gotcha.
If you cast as a high level spell, only the initial attack's damage goes up. The rest of them still just say 1d12 forever. It's a good, I'm a first level character spell. It's a terrible, I'm a 6th level character spell.
Gotcha. Find familiar. Do I have a familiar?
Oh, you can.
Is that something I have to take as like a feat though? I can't remember.
No, it's a spell. And it's a ritual spell too, so you never have to memorize it. It's in your book and you just cast it whenever you want.
What level spell is that? Is find familiar what I'm talking about? You gain the service of familiar. Oh, okay. It's called.
It's like 2nd edition Dungeons and Dragons, not like 3rd edition.
Oh, how useful is a familiar? I'll take it. Because I don't think I've ever really played a character that had a familiar for very long. We'll throw it in the book, and it's a ritual.
And you can change it each time too.
Cool. All right, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 first level. Still 2 more.
You know why you never had a familiar? Because before, if it died, it was a liability to your soul.
That's right. Sickening green. Ray of Sickness sounds pretty useful. Okay, they don't have that in here. Actually, before I take that, what about... Let's go with just sleep. Sleep is super useful.
So other ones I think you might like. These are from the UA. Ready?
I'm ready.
Sense Emotion. 1 action, verbal somatic concentration up to 10 minutes. You attune your senses to pick up the emotions of others for the duration. When you cast a spell and As an action on each of your turns, you can focus your scissors on one humanoid within 30 feet. You instantly learn the target's prevailing emotion, whether it's love, anger, pain, fear, calm.
But I kind of
blah,
have
blah, blah.
aura sight and stuff. Isn't that...
Oh, aura sight already has that? Okay, well, it's nifty to have this because it allows aura sight to... you instantly learn the target's prevailing emotion. Oh, you know what? Aura sight already does that. And does aura sight do it for free? Aura sight costs. So... I imagine don't get that then. Aura sight you already have. Fuck it. All right. Sudden awaken. This is a nifty one. Bonus action. Everybody around you is awoken, and prone creatures can stand up. Yay. This is one you might like, Mike, because you want to try to be useful. Healing elixir.
Was that in UA?
Yep. It takes 1 minute to cast. It lasts for 24 hours. More or less, you make a healing potion, 2d4 plus 2 regular plain old healing potion, but it consumes the spell, and it lasts for 24 hours. So if they don't drink it, you just wasted a spell for the whole day for no reason. If they do drink it, cool. It's a good thing you cast that spell in the morning or whenever you did.
24 hours.
What's a healing potion?
What's his potency? Yeah, that's kind of
It's a
useful.
regular healing potion, yeah. And since we lost the healer in the party, I mean, Otto, I think, can learn to heal, but he can't currently. I think his loots can do 1 boop of healing, and that's it.
I need 2 spells. I think it take. Well, why don't I take healing elixir and puppet? Puppet.
Also, you want guiding hand.
Guiding hand. Oh yeah, I see it. You can create a tiny incorporeal hand of shimmering light and see within range. When the hand appears, you name 1 major landmark, mountain, castle, battlefields, same existence as you. Someone in history must have visited the site and mapped it. If the landmark appears on no map in existence, the spell fails. Otherwise, whenever you move toward the hand, it moves away from you at the same speed you moved, and it moves in the direction of the landmark. Oh, so it's literally like a fucking waypoint in a video game. Like, hey, how do we get to frickin' Ironforge? All right, hang on a second. Points. That's really strange. That's a weird ability.
People are telling you shield, but they're misunderstanding how shield works. It does not go, you take 27 damage. Nope, I'm casting shield. I understand that's Brunshin just being teasing. He knows the rules pretty well. You have to say that you're casting shield prior to my telling you the result of the attack. No, I think I can tell you after I hit you, but before I tell you the effect of the attack. So let me actually read what it says. Shield. Invisible force until the starting next turn +5 bonus. So reaction, when you are hit by an attack. Yeah, so if I say I hit you, you go, cool, shield. And that's it. I don't tell you the damage, I don't tell you anything else. And then that might protect you, because you might be like, my AC is 14. I'm like, okay, I hit you. And you're like, shield. And I'm like, cool, I actually rolled 22, so I hit you anyways. You're like, meh.
Verbal somatic. Done.
But shield is powerful, like super powerful as fuck. Don't misunderstand what I'm saying. It is like insanely powerful. I don't think you're listening.
I am listening. I'm just also preoccupied.
Sure, Dad. Why don't you listen to me when I talk to you?
Sorry, son.
What the fuck happened to that page I was at? No.
1 action, 120 feet.
No. I have to check in Skype. I sent you the link.
Instantaneous somatic.
Found it. Go away, video ad. What do you want, second level spells now?
I just finished my first, so I am now on second. That is correct. How many second do I get? It is
4.
4.
Divination.
I thought I already had the... Oh, no, because I got to get rid of this. There we go. Detect thoughts, which I kind of have with Mind Meld, but not really. Locate object and see invisibility.
Detect thoughts is beyond mind melds, your aura sight ability. Oh no. So detect thoughts is beyond that. So detect thoughts is not willing. It's a saving throw.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, it is not willing.
Well, I'll take that. Locate object and see invisibility. Well, I'm definitely gonna take see invisibility. Whoops. I don't know about locate object. I've taken locate object in many a game and never really has it been incredibly useful.
I mean, is it a ritual spell?
I do not know. Let's find out.
It is not.
Nope.
So, skip it if you want.
I'm gonna skip it, yeah, for now.
If you do cast it, though, you're able to regain a first level spell. Oh, no, not until next level. You don't have that ability until next level.
Second level spells. There's many of them.
You have 4 that you can choose.
Yeah, I've got 2 already. Hold person, very useful. Find vehicle. Could you find me a vehicle, please? Digital Phantom.
That's UA Modern.
Yeah, I know. Arcane hacking. Agnazar Scorcher, huh?
Agnazar Scorcher.
Agnazar. 3d fire damage. It's useful. I definitely think I'm going to take hold person because it's just more manipulation spells.
Dude, Agnazar Scorcher is Scorching Ray.
Oh, is it? Really?
Yeah, it's just Scorching Ray was what they renamed it when they took away the original naming.
Oh.
Yeah, Agnazar Scorcher. Mike, what was the old quote?
Why fireball it when you can Scorching Ray? Yeah.
Why fireball when a Scorching Ray will suffice?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the old Ander quote.
Choose one creature you can see within range. A strength saving throw.
Unless they changed it. Oh, no, Agnazar and Scorcher, they changed it. Agnazar Scorcher used to what they called Scorching Ray. That was literally, it was the same spell before. They changed it. I'm going back to 2E here.
All right.
3D, so is this a line attack? This is a line attack. Do you remember what line attacks are?
Well, you're shooting a straight line, right?
It hits everybody in direction, just like a lightning bolt.
Got it. Welcome to Lost Initiative. Obviously, no Edge of Morality-ish. Yeah, no Edge of Morality today because of people traveling and whatnot. And it's kind of just a good day, a good time to take a little bit of a break as, you know, events have transpired within the story that kind of lead to a natural break. But if you are not caught up with Lost Initiative Edge of Morality, I warn you, spoilers with this particular stream for very obvious reasons. So this is your one and only warning. There are spoilers as to what happened in the last week or 2 of Edge of Morality. Step away now and save yourself and go watch it. All the VODs are live right now. You can absolutely go watch them. Are we good on spoilers? Okay, we're good on spoilers. So Thonk is dead and we're making a new character.
Actually, you're on that map. Why don't you just pan over to our last scene?
Is it somewhere around here? Oh yeah, the bridge
down into the east.
Thonk had to kill somebody twice, and another person once, and then he died.
So it's kind of funny. Over on my channel, I do a weekend update for all the different games that I'm a part of, right? And one of the things I talked about was my analysis of your approach to that.
Oh yeah, what was your
combat.
Analysis?
So I want to talk about that before we move past Thonk. So Thonk, he was walking away, and somebody threatened his friends. And Thonk, there's many things you could say about him. Many things.
Yeah.
You could say about him.
I love Thonk, though.
But he's loyal, okay? He's loyal to his friends, and he always has been. He's always been good to them, right? So he turned back and was like, fuck this noise. I'm going to protect my friends, and I'm going to take care of the situation. And he does. And he kills one of the people. And then clearly one of the other characters immediately pulled out Diamond Dust or whatever and was about to shove it in some dude's like eyeballs and bring him back to life. And instead they're like, Mom! And save the mom. And then brought her back to life. Clearly there's no more material components left. What Thonk chose to do was spike kill that mom on the ground with this like pick, spike kill the mom. And then just, you know, get knifed and die. I honestly didn't expect that. I honestly thought Thonk would like look down at the now recently. You know how I am about languages. I'm a crazy person about languages.
I know.
And the whole idea about tongues is that you can repeat the language that you hear. I mean,
there's also like, fireball.
Fireball is super powerful and certainly useful. Haste, you want to talk about beefing your friends.
Haste is also very, very, very good.
So one of the things I was going to say is tongues. It's one of those cool things where if you hear, like, because there's a bunch of different dialects, or not dialects, but like accents. If you hear somebody speak the language, you can mock their accent and sound like you're native to where they're from. Because I bring up accents and stuff like that all the time.
Right.
So if you cared about that, just so you know. But that's not me trying to sway you to take tongues. You can totally skip out on it.
Honestly, haste. I think
Conjure Lesser Demon's pretty funny. Haste is super powerful.
I just need more. I need more spells. For right now, I'm gonna take some basic stuff and be good. And then I get 2. That's it, right? No 4th.
Oh yeah, no, I know, Aaron. You have to spend both your action and your reaction to prepare an action, and you cannot change your initiative order. It's yeah. Tackred is saying that Otto has haste too. Let me put it this way. Otto has haste cast on Grommen, but that means he can't cast heroism on Grommen. But if this character casts haste on Grommen, Otto also casts heroism on Grommen. I'm just saying, Grommen just became a tank. Am I wrong? Am I wrong here?
That's true.
I mean, doubling up on a spell is not necessarily a bad thing. And when you're dealing with a wizard too, you have like so many spells. So finally, I'm going to tell you that you're going to get 10 more levels of spells to spend how you see fit.
Gotcha.
10 more levels of spells how you see fit.
Yep.
Has to be 3rd level or lower spells.
Yeah, I figured. You mean I can't grab a level 9 spell? That would be 9 out of my 10 levels.
Nope.
I know, Scott. I was joking.
Nope.
So with that, let's grab tongues.
There's 3.
Let's also grab... So grab Scorching Ray. What about...
what other combat spells do you have?
Combat spells? I said Scorching Ray and Ray of Frost looks like the only thing I've got right now. And Magic Missile. I've got Magic Missile, of course.
A lot of people are suggesting Ice Knife, if you think you'll ever memorize it.
Ice Knife.
You create a shard of ice, flinging at one creature within range, which is 60 feet. Make a ranged spell attack. On a hit, you deal 1d10 piercing damage. Hit or miss, the shard explodes the target, and each creature within 5 feet of that point must make its dexterity saving throw for 2d6 damage. So you throw at it, and if you hit them, you do 1d10. Whether or not you hit them, it still explodes, and everyone makes a dex save for 2d6.
That's actually really useful.
And if you do it as a 2nd or 3rd level spell slot, it increases the d6 to 3 or 4d6 respectively.
Interesting.
So as a 3rd level spell, it does 1d10, 4d6. So
yeah, that might be good to grab as a lower level.
And you don't care if you miss.
Dang it, it's not in
You
this
wouldn't
damn
waste
thing.
portents on something like that. You're like, I don't give a shit about the d10.
Right.
However, making them fail that saving throw might be a different story.
That's a first level. Got it.
So it's a 4 so far. If you don't grab shield, people might have an aneurysm.
Who?
People.
Oh. That's entertaining. Conjuration. 60 feet, somatic material.
I think you should grab shield and just never memorize it.
Knowing me, probably how it would go. Wait.
Doesn't it suck how much color spray got nerfed in this edition? Like, that was probably my first spell that I freaked out on because I didn't understand. Back when we first looked at this edition, we don't need mage armor. He's actually proficient in light armor. Back before we fully understood the way that concentration works, and I was like, holy shit, this is so nerfed. Color spray was the first thing where I freaked out. I was like, this is awful. What a step down.
Yeah. Duration until the wind.
The suggestion is if you don't want shield, go the absorb elements. Erin heavily, she leans on absorb elements. She loves that one. It's a reaction, which is huge, Mike. It's a reaction. It's when you take acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder damage, you cast a spell as a reaction. The spell captures some of the incoming energy, lessening its effect on you and storing it for your next melee attack. You have resistance to the triggering damage type until the start of your next turn. So you trigger it, and then if you take any more between now and the beginning of your next turn, it does it for that too. Also, the first time you hit with a melee attack on your next turn, the target takes an extra 1d6 damage of the triggering type. If you cast a second level spell slot or third level spell slot, increases to 2 or 3d6 respectively. Totally not worth increasing the spell slot. But the reaction resistance to an elemental type, if you think you're going against a creature that has one of those elemental types, it's really good.
I mean, you're selling me on it. I don't see why I wouldn't take it.
Because
it's also a first level spell.
Because you might not memorize it.
Yeah, but there'd be times where maybe I will.
Yep, because you think, hey, this upcoming combat.
Again,
I'm really upset you were not playing that dwarven concept of yours, but it just would not work.
Not in this
in
party.
This campaign. It wouldn't work in this party, this campaign. I really want to see him fleshed out. We don't really have to go Faerun for that character, but he was based off Umberly.
Yeah, he makes sense in the world of Faerun.
You can make it make sense in other worlds, but he was based off Umberly.
Well, yeah, you can make anything make sense in any world if you just twist it enough. Self.
Some DMs actually just take the Faerun gods and because they write their own worlds. And they just more or less take the Faerun gods and then pronounce the gods' names wrong and use them inside their own worlds and don't allow diagonal movement. So, I mean, that's just the approach some DMs take to.
Maybe maybe this character just worships Vecna. He just doesn't know it.
Oh, worships Vecna?
Secrets, man, all about the secrets, and I'm seeing secrets. This is a abjuration spell. All right, so I've spent 5 levels so far of spells. Let's see. False life is always useful. I was thinking Ray of Exhaustion, or Ray of Enfeeblement, rather.
Not as good as it used to be, if I remember correctly.
I'm thinking Pathfinder, so I don't know.
I have to find it.
Make a ranged spell attack against the target. On a hit, the target deals only half damage with weapon attacks that use strength until the spell ends. Oh, really? Okay. It used to just sap their strength, I thought.
You used to do a strength penalty, not to be confused with strength damage, but if you coupled that with other things, it could be horrifying effects to them. Hey, mirror image.
I took it.
Mirror image?
I have it.
Oh, I was going to say, because it's a non-concentration spell.
It's one of the first, that was like one of the main ones that I took.
I think Blur, right? Blur is a concentration, but it's blurred, can have duration, creatures have disadvantage on attacks against you. It's a verbal only, which is a nice thing to know. It's concentration up to 1 minute. It takes an action, but it's verbal only, which is nice. If I remember, Blink is like an even better version of that in this.
Whoop.
Roll a d20 at the end of each turn for the duration of the spell. 11 or higher, you vanish to the... oh, that's right. Blink allows you to... it's not... Back in the old days, it was 50% mischance against you. Or actually, I think it was... Was it 20%? No, it was 50%, because 20% was something else, I think. Oh, whatever. So...
what spell are you talking about again? Hit me.
Blink.
Oh, right. Blink is 3rd. Meh. I'm thinking of taking...
Can Blur be cast on others? That's a really good question. I don't know off the top of my head. Let me look. I cannot recall.
Hypnotic.
Again, I don't have... Nope, self only. Which makes sense because it's only verbal component.
Hypnotic pattern is cool, but not my style.
Earthbind is funny if you just want to fuck with Maggie's bird.
I did click on that. I was like, it's just not as useful as I was hoping it was going to be.
It does not do exactly what it sounded like it would do. Did you grab Misty Step yet?
I have not. I'm thinking of grabbing it. I like
Misty
it.
Step is useful. Suggestion: Dispel Magic. You always had that memorized.
I took Major Image.
You always have Dispel Magic memorized as Thonk.
Dispel Magic. Oh, I thought that came with the character. No, it doesn't.
Why would it come with the...
I thought it was Divination. I was thinking of Detect Magic. What level's the spell?
3rd. Eats a chunk.
Took Major Image. Losing with 2 spots left, but I could get rid of Major Image and take
I
Dispel
don't even know
Magic.
what Conjure Lesser Demon does. I never read it. 8 mains or dretches? Oh my god! Ugh! Ugh!
I mean,
8 mains or dretches, but you have to use a vial of blood from an intelligent humanoid killed within the past 24 hours. That's a
Jesus.
fucking component. They are hostile to all creatures. Roll initiative with the summoned demons as a group.
Why would I want them? They could fight us.
That is dropping a fuck you bomb and running away. Yeah. Remember when Counterspell wasn't a spell?
Vaguely.
I mean, not a spell. Remember when Counterspell was a feat, I should say.
Oh, well, oh, you are correct.
So it is a spell now, which is stupid, but it's a reaction spell. But it used to be like a feat tree. So Counterspell is one of those things that you can you have to prepare an action to do, but then there was that feat tree that you went in with your old what was that class called? Incanatrix? It was, you were a chosen of Mistra, I think. You had Spellfire, didn't you?
Me, yeah. I can't remember what his name was.
I do. Dorian Greycastle.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dorian Greycastle.
I didn't give him a last name, so you gave him a last name.
Yep, Greycastle.
Okay, I spent my 10 spells. All done.
Okay, cool. All right. So what else do we need to do? Because
hit points.
I'm sick of looking at you.
Yeah,
hit points are easy.
I roll level 1 and then the rest I don't.
No, level 1 you get for free.
I mean the other way
maximum
around.
8.
Correct.
And then you're gonna roll the other 5d6. But hold on. So that's going to be 6 times 2 is 12 plus 8 is 20 health points. So you're gonna roll 5d6 plus 20. Cross your fingers, people. All ones. Easy kill.
So,
it's below
like
average.
Slightly below average.
Yeah.
So I have 36. And that's with the first
36.
level mixed in. Okay, done. I think that's it. I think we're done.
I don't think so.
I'm trying to think.
Let's see. Hit die, I'll add it right here. Hit die is actually a little funky. It's going to be 6 and 6. But when you cast hit die, watch, you can cancel, but press the highlighted button, hit die. See what pops up there?
None, it says? Oh, yeah, I have to pick. It says I can pick wizard. That's it.
Wizard or
none.
Or none. Weird.
Yeah.
Click none, see what happens.
I'll
That's
click
funny.
none. So none is going to be the psionic.
Why is it called none?
Don't know.
Let me see. That's annoying. It's called none instead of psionic, but meh, it still works. You at least know how it works. Let's see. Inspiration. Yeah, you have some. Yay.
All right.
Tools. I mean, you are one, but I don't think you have any.
Heyo.
Ideals. You didn't write that in there. I don't think you have any other resources available to you. I suppose arcane recovery you can write in there, and just 3 spell levels you can recover, which is nice. Languages. You know Gnomish. I suppose Chandathan and Celestial. Do you know any languages beyond that?
Don't think so.
Un segunda. Races.
Mystic gets D8, not D6. Yes, that is correct. But we're only 1 level Mystic, 5 level Wizard.
Well, we did apply that. That's why I said Constitution of +2 times 6 levels equals 12, plus 8 for first level is 20, and then the D6s for the other one, which is why it was 5d6 plus 20. That was the math that I did. Where's Gnome? Gnome. Languages. You speak Common and Gnomish. So I already said Chandathan and Gnomish. The Gnomish language, which uses the Dwarven script, is renowned for its blah, 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 blah. Okay, cool. And you chose Forest Gnome. We never added your Forest Gnome abilities.
What are they?
Natural Illusionist. You have Minor Illusion cantrip, and it uses Intelligence.
So I didn't need to take it.
You took it?
Yeah.
Pick something else instead of it.
Okay.
And Speak with Small Beasts.
Oh, boy.
Maggie's gonna like it because you can talk to her friends. It's through sounds and gestures you can communicate simple ideas with small creatures or smaller beasts. I imagine you just sit there and say terrible things to a poor little cat on a shelf, like nobody loves you. You've been a useless creature since the Egyptians died off. Like
Copy paste that for me so I can just have it, because it's not a spell or anything. I'm gonna grab the spell.
Cats. I'm gonna just paste it in here. Stupid cats.
Okay. Got that. Done. All right.
Let's see, anything else from your race? Everyone's a little bit racist sometimes. Intelligence 2, age. How old are you? You become an adult at 40. You can live to 350, or to almost 500 years if you have a really good life. So, how old are you?
I'll put myself in my 50s, probably. Still young.
Okay, still pretty young.
But adult.
Yeah, but level 6, you've been through some things. You trained really hard. You probably trained at a young age, like your parents kicked you out young. Like, get the fuck out of here. You're 6. Go to school. You're like, okay. I spent the past 50 years learning.
Sounds good to me. What will my familiar be? I'm gonna keep a thought on that for a little bit.
Yeah, it doesn't matter because you can switch it every time you cast a spell.
Yeah.
You're between 3 and 4 feet tall and weigh, on average, 40 pounds. Your size is small. How tall are you?
Oh, 3'6".
Done. That's actually how tall the old Ander was, which was too tall. Your base walking speed's 25. I think you have that on there. You have dark vision, 60 feet. And then gnome cunning. You have an advantage on all intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws against magic. Did you know that?
Did not.
Advantage on all intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws against magic.
Just copy paste it so I can copy paste it.
Alrighty. And you have the dark vision thrown in there? If not, I'll just copy pasta both of them. Boom.
All it says is, there it is, superior vision, blah, blah.
No, above that, it says dark vision. It just went in weird.
Oh, yeah, huh?
Yeah. Oh, we didn't do your trinkets. You technically have 2 trinkets. One for being a something, like a mystic. Or
I have that one.
For your background. Why, what did your haunted trinket? What was it?
Yeah, I'll read it again. A broken pendant of a broken pendant of a silver dragon that is always cold to the touch.
Oh, that's cool. And then you get to roll for another pendant. Sorry, another trinket because all first level characters got them. D100, I think it is. Oh no, did you roll for Gothic trinket?
Whatever was on the haunted one's page is what
Dude, when you click that, there were 2 things. What did you actually roll?
Wherever that one's under. I rolled a D100.
I will control find pendant. Oh, a broken pendant. So you rolled an 8182.
Yes.
But if you go down to, that was under, oh, you did roll under Gothic. Okay, cool. So roll again because it's different if you're, for this other one anyways.
Am I rolling another D100, you said?
Yes, sir.
Okay. 33.
Trinkets, 33. A glass vial filled with nail clippings.
Why does that have to be so weird? Okay. Glass vial with nail clippings.
They're the clippings of my what's sort of conjoined twin. I consumed them in the womb.
So
and
weird.
all they could find were these nail clippings. Fucking weird. Equipment. We're gonna have to like figure out equipment. Honestly, not concerned about it at the moment. I think that's like pretty much everything, right?
I think we're good.
Yeah, you have no tools. We did that.
The
We
luck
did
feat?
languages. Um, the luck feat, you already put that on there.
I did?
Yeah, it's at the very top of your features and traits.
You are correct.
I know.
Everybody's like, reroll, gross, reroll.
Okay, I know, huh? Nope, you get it. You use them to season your tea. So, you are not Thunk. You might want to rename yourself. Not
Yeah,
Thunk.
yeah.
Let's see what else. Oh, are you wearing studded leather armor? Because you can.
Oh, yeah, why not? Sure.
You're weak. You're weak as fuck, but you can wear studded leather armor. So your AC becomes 14.
Does it impede my casting ability?
No, because you're proficient in it.
Cool.
Being a scion taught you how to cast spells with armor. It makes sense. Just don't argue. You're also proficient with all simple weapons. So what do you want for a weapon, bro?
Just give me a walking stick, fam.
All right. Hey-oh. You sure you don't want a mace? So
Yeah, I'm sure.
You can not bonk?
I'm not gonna bonk.
How do you spell that backwards? Hold on.
Clearly, they're the nail clippings of people
Bonk.
he saw that die.
That'd be knob. That'd be knob knot.
Knob knot.
Right?
I think
It's
you're right.
knob knot. Yeah, it is. Knob knot. You gotta get a mace. You gotta get a mace so you can knob knot.
Nope.
Come on.
Nope.
Please.
What else do we need to do? What else we got?
Bio, we don't really care about that. I just items, and I'm gonna have to figure that out on my own time.
Okay. Cool.
I think it's everything.
I think we're
Hey,
good.
chat. Did you think of anything else that we may have missed? Anything that we should go over? What do you think? Thoughts, people. Thoughts. I may not even looking at chat, so I should probably do that.
Yeah, everybody's going
Yeah.
quarterstaff. Don't worry.
All right.
Well, if that's it, then thank you guys for watching for the character gen. This will be next week. He'll be taking the step into the party. So Scott's got a week. Well, he's had longer than that to figure out how he's going to come into the party. So it should be fun. We'll be back on this Thursday for Vampire as long as everything goes well.
Your mom is suck.
I did pick a new cantrip. I picked Prestidigitation. Will 2 lucky feats make it clunky? I don't think so. And then we'll be fine.
No, because autos is like favor of divinity and good fortune and all that crap, whereas yours is literally glimpses of the future from your psychic abilities.
Right.
Go ahead.
No, that's it. Thank you for the bits, by the way. ASDJs, we appreciate yay for Ander. Indeed, he will make his way into the world on Tuesday. We'll be back on Thursday if everything goes well. God, I hope Thursday isn't cursed anymore with more Vampire. And if you missed it or you just showed up at the end or halfway through, you want to see the whole thing, the VOD will be up for subscribers right away over here on this channel. Or if you wait a couple days, it'll be over on the Mathas Games channel. And we'll see you Thursday. Bye-bye.
Oh,
Whoa.
To answer Chasroth's question, yes, after we have items picked out, probably in a week or two. So more or less after he shows up on the session live, within a week, it will be there for the Patreon for everybody that helped out over the Patreon. Thank you again to everybody that jumped on the Patreon and did stuff. Super appreciate you supporting the show and making us grow and move on.
If you want to check out what the bonuses of joining the Patreon and stuff, just click on the Patreon link below. All the reward tiers are right there. All right, we'll see you guys on Thursday. Bye-bye.